Ole. Enzo, I see you, my boy. Shout out to my boy Enzo Kubrick in the chat, man. Cooling. Yeah, yo, listen. Apologies for people who might have been waiting for me to come back last night. I didn't. But I am here today, okay? Hopefully I can give you out about like 6 hours. But I'm here, and all the topics we didn't get to yesterday, we should get to today. All right? So I'll tell you what's really quick on the agenda. That Nardo Wick situation is like really blowing up. Oh my God, that's my dogs. Hey, by the way, I do have to announce tragedy struck last night too. We lost a puppy last night. I think this is what happened. The mom, it's five of them, or it was five. We lost a girl. She slept, like there's a thing she's laying on, and one of the puppies got underneath it, and she slept on it, and I either suffocated or like crushed the puppy. So like we went to check on it this morning. It was just done. But yeah, so yeah, started with 9. Now we got 4. They're about to open their eyes though. They're growing like every day, noticeably. They're almost at the point of kind of like walking. They're still crawling around a little bit, but they're way more active than they were before. All right. Yeah. We shall continue, though. What the fuck? Why is it so bright? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, actually, no. I usually open it over here. Okay. So I'll tell you guys real quickly what we will be kind of getting to today. Obviously, there's some new updates on what's going on in this Diddy situation. His bodyguard seemingly is ready to talk. And, I think what Diddy, maybe we should jump into that now. I'll give you a real quick rundown. So we're going to talk about Kanye, Lil Durk. Possible buyout. Durk's label, or some reps for his label, said it wasn't true, but I'm getting sources that at least Kanye tried to. We'll talk about that. I got to talk about, wasn't that familiar with him, but I knew of his name, Trenches News. He's a YouTuber that covers Chicago. Apparently, he's a longtime government informant, and he's now the star witness in FBG Duck's federal case, which apparently he's been paid over $20,000 plus for his cooperation and participation in that. We'll talk about the Nardo Wick thing. Think some Blueface shit we got to talk about. Then there's some like smaller topics, like for example, like King Von's sister, some BS she got going on, and of course, for all my Latin folks who really are invested in 6ix9ine or like whatever drama he has there, him versus Alafoque. We actually have some new videos, which I'm gonna need a translator to come help me with that. Also, we'll probably start out with this actually. So this will be this topic to roll out with instead of the Diddy stuff. So we'll do Diddy next. Pause. But we'll start out with YB. Youngboy has announced that he's going. Well, he really announced it, but Gilly has put out a short clip to show that he will be appearing on $1 Million Worth of Game. And this was the clip in question. Let me just put it up here, chat. So this is a clip showing that I guess their next guest, and I think they premiere their episodes on Sundays, will be NBA Youngboy. So I'm guessing they took the trip to Utah, and this is like a little lead up. Here we go.
That's right. There you go. That's right. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, there sir. You go. Yes, sir. Nigga. Yes, sir. Nigga. Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There you go. Oh, that nigga. Yeah, it was. Good, dog. Hell good, dog. Yeah, this bitch probably Eminem. This bitch right here about the Eminem, nigga. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Give me a second.
That's right. There you go.
All right.
There you go. sir.
So that's good. That's good. I think this could be a good interview for NBA YoungBoy. And also, I'm glad he's probably opening up to media a little bit more now, because I think prior to this he was kind of on some shit like, you interview the ops, I don't want to interview with you. And I'm sorry, like, nobody's beefing with the guys you're beefing but you. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't like, oh, we're all beefing. We ain't in no gang with you. Okay. Anyway, obviously, Gillian Wallo did an infamous Dirk interview in O Block or something like that, somewhere in Chicago. So I'm glad YoungBoy's gonna get his say. Hopefully he can sound a little bit more coherent, speak up, the same type of bass you got in your voice on Instagram when you shout at the phone. I would love to hear that type of aggression and passion in this interview, and it should be good. I think him and Wallo, that embrace, Wallo is somebody who's been incarcerated for 20 years. I think that embrace is probably also coming from the fact that, man, YoungBoy, even though not being in actual, jail or prison, for the last like 2 to 3 years of his life, he's been really just kind of isolated from society, can't really do what he wants to do. And I do believe it's affected his mental state somewhat. Now, I'll tell you this, recently, and hold on, give me 1 second. Recently, he's filed for a new motion to try to get his house arrest kind of lessened, right? So basically, he put in a request, and this has come via Rolling Stone. It said NBA YoungBoy bid to ease house arrest amid depression. So he's claiming he's depressed, right? So his lawyers put it in that he's depressed. They also cite a bunch of other things. They claim that because he's on house arrest, his music sales are declining, which, by the way, that's true. So he's claiming that he's depressed. Music sales are declining. We can't really read the full article. You'd have to subscribe, but I do have the full article over here. I'll read it out loud. It says, prosecutors are pushing back against NBA YoungBoy's request to relax the rules of a Utah house arrest due to his deteriorating. My bad. Due to his deteriorating mental health and declining music sales. In new court filing Monday, prosecutors say rapper's motion to make outside studio visits and certain life enrichment activities approvable. So they wanted to be open to his pretrial officer, which is PO, right? But not probation, it's pretrial officer. And the prosecutors are saying they're hopelessly vague and it should be denied by the judge. Okay, so basically he's trying to say, yo, if he needs to go outside to like a theme park or something for his mental health, right? Some things that might be outside of work, or maybe he needs to go outside of his house to create music or film a video, that should be allowed or be open to be evaluated by the pretrial officer. The prosecutor is saying hell nah, and they're saying it should be denied. And by the way, the judge that's overseeing this request is the one that's overseeing or actually dealing with his Louisiana gun case, right? Now, this is what the prosecutor says. The United States failed to see how the defendant's current conditions of pretrial release prohibit him from seeking and obtaining mental treatment. Now, you gotta remember, this isn't gonna play too well in court. YoungBoy is living in a $6 million mansion. Yeah, he might have restrictions on how many people could be in the house at the time, but pretty much anyone could go there, right? He has all the money and the means. By the way, a condition of him getting bail was him telling the judge, we have all the money and the means to get everything done that he could stay in house arrest. So now they're like, well, if you need help for your mental health and all these other things, why don't you bring them to the house? Why you got to go somewhere, right? So that's what the prosecutor's saying. And the prosecutor's name is attorney William K. Morris. They said that YoungBoy is already allowed to leave his residence for medically necessary appointments within the state of Utah. And beyond that, he could choose from a host of modern day, widely available virtual options for additional therapy. Morris further argued that the court previously considered his ability to continue to earn a living when it heard testimony from Atlantic Records chairman Julie Greenwald during her October 2021 hearing about his pretrial release. Greenwald testified that Atlantic could include basically bringing his work environment to him as part of their efforts to make sure the community's safety during his arrest. She testified Atlantic would build a studio in his house. The judge did not issue an immediate ruling after the government made the reply. In filings this month, Control's lawyers argued that the popular and prolific rapper has been under 24-hour detention for nearly 2 years, and he's at a breaking point, okay? Being confined to his home and unable to complete his employment obligation has led to great anxiety, depression, loss of weight, and sleep. Young boy has been visibly stressed and expresses concern and loss of hope that he will be able to return to his contracted employment obligation. Okay? Let's see what else. The lawyers argue that a recent analysis from his label indicated that his sales have suffered due to a limited ability to provide quality recordings. Okay. In an email sent to lead prosecutor on October 20th, one of his lawyers said that the proposed change to Golden's house arrest would leave his main restrictions in place, including a curfew, his ankle monitor, and strict limitation on visitors. He would not be able to go on tour. Furthermore, all activities would have to be cleared with his pretrial officer in advance. Kentrell was indicted on blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. All right. I could see a judge maybe letting up a little bit. Again, this is pending. Remember one of his baby mamas claimed they got their ass beat by him. If there is no investigation, there is no case, he hasn't gotten in trouble, hasn't broken any rules. It's been damn near 2 years. Get a boy a break. So I kind of agree that they should let up. Do I think his music sales has suffered a bit from it? Yeah. Do I think his mental health has suffered a bit from it? Yeah. Does the judge and the government care about that? Nah. They don't care about you, like, winning Grammys and racking up a bunch of gold and platinum plaques. They care about safety. So we'll see what it is, but I would like for them to kind of a little ease up on those restrictions, man. Come on. Somebody says the only people that YB beat is his baby moms. Nah. Ain't there like a bunch of videos of young boy fighting people online? YouTube is down? Wait, is YouTube down? Nah, there's a bunch of videos of young boys squabbling online, man. Like, you can just Google young boy stand on business. You'll find a whole bunch of those videos. Let me just make sure YouTube is up still. Nah, I don't think it's down. Oh, no, we still live. Okay. Anyway, I seen some people was like, yo, damn, Act got to be mad that they're getting an interview out of him. No, not at all. He's an artist. He gotta start talking to people. I'm glad that he's doing this. Young boy is probably learning right now. And Metro Boomin just said this. I didn't post it on my Instagram, but he said this on his Twitter. And I think this is true. He says, where did he say it? Where is it? Damn. Right here. So basically, Metro Boomin said that fake mysterious shit with artists has ruined the game. Everybody's too cool. I agree. Bro, you could act weird and strange all you want, but if you're promoting music, promote music, my nigga. Do an interview, be nice to people, tweet out your music, throw it up on Instagram, act like you want to sell music. You feel what I'm saying? We're in an era and an age where people consume content and not necessarily music is the only content they're consuming. Like, for example, hold on, I'm about to have to close this door. These dogs is tweaking on me, man. All right. Yo, we're just in this era where like people consuming so much music. And like, there was so much content. Like, the musician is battling with Kai Cenat. And what I mean by that is that you're battling for 24 hours in someone's life. And whether they spend that time watching a podcast, a stream, listening to your music, usually they could do only one actively. So again, I do think people are consuming content more than ever, but it's not only music they're consuming. They're consuming a lot more other shit. So, for example, I've seen somebody point out, I posted my Spotify Wrapped, right? And when I posted it, it showed my top 5 artists. If you don't know, Burna Boy was my number 1 this year. Then, of course, The Boy, Dirk, Gunna, and Young Thug. And if you're wondering why Gunna's fourth because I don't even know how it's not in my top 5. I've been burning a hole in that song, What Happened to Virgil. So that's how Gunna got on the list. Well, I was listening to Bread and Butter too. I don't listen to Fuck You Mean that much. I have been listening to it a little bit more now, but with Gunna, I don't really like. I listen to Bread and Butter and I listen to What Happened to Virgil. He's a feature. That's Dirk's song. So that's why he falls behind Dirk. And if you wonder why Thug's on there, I don't listen to Thug that much. Thug's on there because that song he got with Drake. Oh, you went. So I listen to Burna Boy a lot, Drake a lot, and I do listen to Dirk a lot. These two niggas just happen to be on there because they're featured on songs with the top 3 people. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, beyond that, I seen some people say, yo, Ak, damn, how are you like this huge music critic and, a music blog, but you only listen to 18,000 minutes of music? Now, by the way, this is only via Spotify. I have Apple Music too. I have all the other places to listen to and YouTube. But I will say this. I got to check my podcast listening stats because I listen to way more hours of podcasts than I listen to music. These days when I'm driving, bro, it's only so much times I could, listen to certain songs in repetition. For me to stay awake driving, like especially I'm driving for an hour, I got to put on a podcast episode. My brain needs to at least analyze conversation. I can't just be singing mindless anthems that I've heard 1,500 other times. So I have probably listened to less music, more podcasts. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I guess I'm going to prove the point of I'm consuming content more than ever, but music as a whole is competing with podcasts, streaming, YouTube videos. It's a lot going on. So that's what I'm trying to say. And if I'm bringing it back to the Metro Boomin point, the era of artists being so cool because fans are just going to be on your dick, I don't think that's really going to last when you're competing with so many people now and so many things that might not even be music. You're competing with them for attention. So, yeah, I hope you guys kind of got that. Somebody said I listen to Fresh and Fit every day. I still listen to my boys. Shit, they got an episode today, right? Is it today? They probably got an episode today. Put it like this. Yesterday, I'm taking an hour drive. Just think about this. I'm taking an hour drive. If I was playing music, I would listen to at least like 20, 25 songs in an hour, right? 20 to 25 songs in an hour. You know what I did? Bro, I just threw on Flagrant 2 and I listened to that one episode the entire drive. And I still didn't even get through half the episode. So you understand where like before people weren't like when you were in the car, it was almost pass me the aux. I'm about to go play music. These days it's like, yo, shit. Let me go to this YouTube channel that might be playing some clips from Kai's VOD, Act Stream, I don't know, Aiden IRL, Brilliant Idiots podcast, Joe Budden, like, you know what I mean? So there's way more options than just playing music. So that's what I would say. So that's what I'm trying to say. To go back to Metro's point, I do think unless you're The Weeknd, right? It's like, remember when everybody started dropping out of the blue? Like everybody was like, hey, I'm dropping tonight. And we really knew at the core, like only a few people could do that. Beyonce could do it. Drake could do it. But then you had like the most nonchalant artists who really had no business doing it. They were attempting to do it and maybe work for a while till it didn't work. I'm trying to tell you that all this the fake mysterious shit that Metro Boomin is talking about, I agree with him. I don't think it's ruining the game. I just think that shit don't work no more. So it's not ruining the game. It just don't work. So all of these dudes who thought they were too cool to promote, but they were going to do record sales. No, nigga, your sales is plummeted. And that includes YoungBoy. So that's what I told you. I told you before, and it wasn't hate. It was just me being honest. Brother, stop deactivating your Instagram like you're a 5-year-old girl. Stop acting like you need a burner account to get your thoughts off. Like, come on, brother. Like, you're a grown-ass man. You got 12 million followers on your account. Tweet what you want to tweet. Say what you want to say, but promote your fucking music. You notice since I said that, he ain't deactivated his Instagram not once yet, right? Yeah, that shit's over. Like, yo, we don't got time for emo niggas, man. I'm sorry. Y'all niggas gonna do what you gotta do to promote your music or else you're gonna flop. So now, hey, part of the game, you're gonna have to talk to some people. You're not Drake. Drake don't gotta do interviews. Or he does some funny interviews with Bobby Althoff or whatever, and he still goes viral. You're not Drake. None of y'all Drake. Y'all gonna have to sit down and talk to some people. Sorry. And shit, you could beef with Ack all you want. Go talk to Gilly and Wallow. And if you don't like them, you better go get on Drink Champs. You're gonna have to do some shit though. That's just what's gonna happen. All this fake cool shit, niggas on my dick, I'm the most lit nigga in the world. No, you ain't. Okay? So I'm glad that the artists these days, they're getting humbled. Their sales are coming back, and them labels who cut them checks of 30, 40, and 50 million is saying, bro, why you not selling like you were selling over there? That's why we gave you the check. Exactly. So you're seeing artists starting to do what they got to do, and I'm happy for it. I think if YoungBoy was free, you'd see him do a sneaker shop, and you'd see him doing a Hot Ones. You'd see him do a Breakfast Club, of course. The fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, we're selling music here. This is not like about the cool school. So anyway, I'm excited to see his interview with Gilly and Wallow. I would love to see. Anytime I see Wallow with young artists, I feel like he tries to connect with them and they respect him way more because he's a guy who a lot of times when they're rapping, they're acting like they're down to do his bit. Like Wallow did 20 years in prison. Most of these rappers, when they're talking shit, they're acting like they're willing to be him. And because of that, he gets a different respect. So when he talks to them, they receive it better and they receive it different. So I'm excited to hear what it's going to be about. We're back to the Diddy files, man. Yo, let me tell you this. The craziest thing that Diddy did that's probably going to fuck him up. Well, actually, it's been fucking him up. You know, they say never negotiate with terrorists. And that's a saying supposedly that, you know, people try to adhere to in war or sometimes in geo-crisis. You know what I mean? Global geo-crisis. Hey, if you negotiate with this terrorist group, so they try not to. Well, if you really think about and break it down, peel back the layers of why that is a thing, and you don't think about terrorists, actual terrorists, once you show that you are a lick that niggas can hit you with the drive-by, it's kind of like if you come from the hood or you come from, or say you in high school, fuck the hood, you in high school, and a nigga take your lunch money and you don't do nothing, or a nigga take your basketball and you don't go back to get it, it's just whatever. You basically teach other people how to treat you. They'll be like, oh, okay, we can just do whatever to this nigga, right? So this is what Diddy's experiencing. Diddy probably should have, he should have paid, if he was going to pay, he should have paid off Cassie before shit went public. You know why? She wouldn't have said nothing. Nobody would have knew she got paid off. She would have just got the check, and it was a one-on-one situation where he knew he couldn't win against her, so fuck it. Paid her off, went away. He didn't. She goes public, starts revealing a bunch of details, and all of a sudden now, we hear that he cuts a gigantic check, 8 figures. You know what that says? It's blood in the water. Any chick that Diddy done fucked, and by the way, I'm going to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if a few niggas that has been in these freak-offs, maybe they had a sponge bath with him back in the day, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they went shopping with Diddy. You know what I mean? Maybe one of these niggas was, you know, having a bubble bath with Diddy. You're going to see a nigga jump out of the mix. Watch and mark my word. What? I'm telling you. So what's going to happen is that it's the stick-up time. Everybody was sitting back and saying, all right, whatever. Half of the people were saying, man, nobody would believe me anyway. Now, Cassie just took that lid off, so every accusation seems believable. But now, we know he paid. So what's going to happen right now is that everybody's saying, whoa, 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 whoa. You ain't cutting that check over there without giving me a check. Now, a guy who's been quiet, and by the way, he did an interview before, but didn't even get near to speaking on any of the things that Cassie claimed, because he did an interview with Vlad before. The head security at the time, and it's not Gene Deal. Gene Deal was before the Cassie time. So Gene Deal was around the Biggie time, continuing up to J-Lo. Cassie comes in around like 2004, 2006. But this guy was the head of security. His name is the Roger Bonds, at the real Roger Bonds on Instagram. He's been dropping hints saying, yo, he finna spill the tea. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, because he's trying to do the Cassie approach. He's basically saying, hey, just giving y'all the heads up. Y'all niggas ain't take care of me, so I'm finna spill it. He's been giving hints for 3 days now. And today he dropped his biggest hint of all, which means if Diddy not at Western Union right now trying to figure out how he going to get him the money, something's going to happen. But this was one of the hints he dropped. It was like a day and a half ago, 2 days ago.
It's easy. People say, well, why did you stay? Or why did you allow? Or why did you keep going? Why did you keep going to work? Why do you keep paying your kids school fees? Why? You can't just walk away. It's people that hate being sanitation workers. It's people that hate being police. But why do they still be the police? Because they got bills to pay. This is America. Ain't nothing free. So sometimes you got to stay places even though you don't want to. Now take that. People ask.
Okay.
It's easy.
Now, like many that have to do with Diddy, they all speak in codes. These niggas got some Game of Thrones, House of Cards type of communication. But if you ask me, he's sending smoke signals to Diddy saying, hey, Playboy, you know I ain't rat you out yet, right? But don't think I won't. You see how you taking care of the people? You hear what Keefe D said? Brother love, show some love. Also, that's what you should also realize. When you spend years taking advantage of your power and financial resources to keep people quiet, to manipulate people, to have that sense of power over them, you really don't have loyalty. And it goes back to a very famous saying, and I know I coined this saying, even though I seen a couple people try to jack it. Actually, I forgot my own saying. I said, a nigga is only as loyal as his last meal. If you ain't feed him last, expect no loyalty. A nigga is only as loyal as his last meal. You ain't the last one to feed him, expect no fucking loyalty, man. So, it's been a while since Roger Bonds got a check from Diddy. So now he's looking like, Diddy, you got a chance to shut me up or I'm about to speak. Anyway, he sent that smoke signal out. And then today, by the way, keep in mind, if you were unsure he was talking about Diddy, he posted this up. This is him pictured with Diddy. And he said this: at one time, I would have taken a bullet for this man. And those that know me, that's true. What happened? People say, yo, why are you saying that? Why are you saying this? One reason is because you can't do nothing else unless you want to end up in jail. Okay, I don't get what that means. One reason because you can't do nothing else. Oh, he's saying he can't do anything else unless he want to go to jail. So nobody worried about their kids when I had them. I mean, nobody. Where's the loyalty at when it's my son? You want me to have loyalty to someone who couldn't tell me, here's 100,000? I may not can go, but I ran. Sure. What the fuck? Is this Meek Mill typing? I ran. Sure. Can make sure he has legal team, but I'll give some strangers $3 million. Okay. I'm gonna just take that to mean, yo, He's seen that Diddy's cutting checks and he's fucking hurt. He's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how you're giving other people money, but I needed you for my own situation with my son and you couldn't help me? Fuck out of here. My truth, my story, my life. Two Faces coming soon. Oh, you didn't think I would talk about it? Well, watch me. So this guy, he's announcing his intention. He's going bad. Then this is a video today where he directly name drops Cassie.
There comes a time when you're in a situation that may seem like a good situation, but if you're not waking up happy, or if you disgruntled, or you really don't want to be around that person, you find every excuse to get out of there. And I got diabetes. So my excuse was, I can't be with you every day. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm losing weight. I'm doing that. But in reality, it was, I was sick. I was sick of you. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. I was sick. Cassie spoke on it. She said, yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between it. That wasn't the only time.
So what Cassie had mentioned his name in the lawsuit is that he intervened in a brutal beatdown by Diddy. He basically stopped it. So he's now hinting. By the way, keep in mind, Diddy must have not reached out yet. Because every video he does, he's giving out a little bit more. Remember what we told you? By the way, as I've seen some people say W extortion tactic. Everything that we've seen about these situations, it feels like like the truth, and this is all alleged, but it seems like the truth might be way more devious than even the shit we heard. Because I think Cassie didn't overplay her hand. I know some people think she did by going public, but I think she underplayed it by saying, I ain't gonna talk about the other shit about you being gay. I ain't gonna talk about these other things that I could talk about. I'll leave that for the juicy parts if you want to play hardball. But I let people know enough that should get you spooked to get you to the bank. So I don't think that Cassie told it all. I think Cassie was a tip of the iceberg. You hear him? It took him 4 videos and a couple of posts to say, hey, that one incident Cassie mentioned that I stepped in when you were beating her ass wasn't the only one.
It was other times, and it was other people. There comes a time.
There it goes. Now, if we're speaking on security guards, Gene Deal, the former security guard, he's still talking. All right. Art of Dialogue. Salute to you. He got, I don't know, he got Gene Deal like Gene Deal is his Boosie right now. Here we go. Is it this one?
I could hear it in the suite and the whole.
So he's talking about the freak offs
Kim
and beat
Porter,
ups.
we all know about the time that she cut Diddy with a corkscrew. Do you recall any other time?
Dobby Foel, you said, was Gene Deal ever on an NDA? He says no. He also spoke on NDA saying that the artists were the ones that kind of got the NDAs. And I guess there must have been a time that there wasn't NDAs. And that's why he claims that Diddy was trying to entice those artists with publishing to sign one in post. So I'm guessing the security guards never signed NDAs. Which, by the way, if anybody you should want to sign NDAs, security guards, drivers, maids, the people who will be in the room but be quiet because they're doing their job.
Time that her and Diddy got into it?
Well, I could hear it in the suite, in the hotel suite. And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear the shit in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out.
DC produced a great question. He said, was security hired by a third-party company? Sometimes that happens, right? If I go to Vegas, like I went to Vegas, I went to Yachty show. I don't know, I didn't fly with my security. Needed security to go to the show with me. hit my Vegas guy. He has a team of a network of security guys. He gave me a security. So, yo, security finna pull up on you, blah, 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 this time, da, da, da. Now, that's not me hiring that guy directly. That guy is hired through, you know what I mean? So that happens a lot. But I think Diddy was moving around with the same people. And the reason why is that this guy here that was about to talk, I seen somebody say it under one of my comments. They said, it's crazy how he wants to speak up about Cassie getting her ass beat when, number one, he was there and could have stopped it. And number two, apparently they're claiming that he used to be a Harlem drug dealer. I don't know if this is true though. But they're like, yo, this nigga wanna imagine a nigga who was like they call him a kingpin, but like I gotta imagine kingpin, like a kingpin wouldn't be a security guard for anybody else. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can find a comment. And somebody sent me some messages on it too. Yeah, but apparently he was look. Oh, yeah, right here. I don't know if this is a true comment. It said, yo, this nigga was a Harlem drug kingpin talking like he's an angel. By the way, here's the thing too. I think we could, we don't have to like fucking solve a Rubik's Cube here. Like the nigga basically saying, yo, Diddy, you could have helped me out with some money. That could have helped my situation out. You didn't. But I see you giving out money to other people. Well, Playboy, you ain't had no loyalty to me. I don't got to have no loyalty to you. I'm going to have to get it how I could get it. By the way, it's clear. I'm going to ask Vlad and them, the people who do pay for interviews, like, yo, what's the price he's dangling at y'all? By the way, he probably sat quietly for years watching this guy, Gene Deal, the former security, run up a bag. Run up a bag by doing interviews and interviews. By the way, he did this interview like 5 days ago. He did another interview with the same guy, Art of Dialogue. Like, so he's doing interviews weekly. So he's racking up some money here, right? Let's keep playing this out.
Or whatever, and Kim will be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to see you physically put your hands on nobody. I don't give a shit who you are, or what. I'm not going to see you physically put your hands on her. You understand? That's not going to be me. First of all, I can't. The position I was in, you understand? Investigator for child abuse, worked for Elite Investigations, New York State parole officer. I'm mandated to do something. You understand? I'm mandated to do something. If she says, yo, his bodyguard was right there, but I'm still moonlighting. I'm moonlighting as his bodyguard. I'm working as his bodyguard, but I still have that other function as a state officer. I'm mandated to do something. And because the type of dude I am, I'm going to do something anyway. If you don't want me there, it's all right. It's all good. He could have fired me when I told him I'm going to whoop his ass when he said something to his mama like that. He could have fired me then. It didn't make no difference if he did or he didn't. At the time, I'm Gene. I'm Big Gene. He need me more than I need him. I had the two biggest cats, the three biggest people in New York City behind me. Chaz Williams, Slick, and K. Slay. Do you understand what I'm saying? All those guys representing me, I'm on their team. So he needed me more than I needed him. Because they're not going to do nothing to him. They're not going to push him because they know, oh, that's Chaz man with him. That's K. Slade man with him. That's Slick man with him. You understand? So now, I don't care nothing about what he say. If he wrong, he do something wrong around me, I'm going to straighten his ass out. Especially if he do something wrong to a woman. I'm not doing that. That got on his knees one time. We was in the club, and I think Kamara ran out when he said some profanity to her. I think we was in Envies. No, we was in Envies? No, we wasn't in Envies. Was it Envies or UG? We was at one club, and he had said some fly shit. I said, yo, that's Russell Simmons' wife. But if her security ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, he just cursed her.
Somebody say
But
talking
that's a
about K
whole nother
Slay.
story at a whole nother time, bro.
Crazy, man. So you could hear Diddy putting hands on Kim Porter.
Well, see, he always do, like I told you, he be doing that. He'll start off, he'll have something on his mind, and he'll like that play fight with them. You understand? And he'll be hurting them when they to the point where they'll be like, yo, stop, stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the room is locked, you don't hear none of that. And then, you know, Kim would walk out in her white robe, and you could see it in her face. But what are you gonna do?
Right, right. I always wanted to ask you this, man. Do you know anything about these after parties that Diddy be having?
Which after
Holy, the after party.
parties? There's a lot of after parties. There's a lot of after parties for a lot of different reasons. There's after parties if we doing it at the hotel after we do a party, or there's after parties after the after party.
Why that sound like some R. Kelly shit? After the show is some after party. Wait, did Jay Z sing that part? After the show is the after party in. After the party is it's the hotel lobby in.
Right, right.
The party, nigga.
I guess the one people talk about is the after party.
Well, those will be when him and somebody that he needs something from or wants something from. And he'll get those girls and he'll line them up with him, and they'll all go in the same room. And about the end of the next morning, he done got what he need and got what he want. Because 9 times out of 10, he done put those people in a position, in an awkward situation, that they're going to have to give him what he want.
That's an interesting. So let me try to decipher what I'm trying to hear. Okay, maybe they're saying, like, I know niggas, like, for example, this happens in Miami a lot, right? You go to Miami, and sometimes a nigga wants to do business with you, or sometimes he wants to entice you in, okay, he wants you, like, I don't know, it's probably some business shit, right? He wants to benefit from your celebrity, your talent, whatever the case is. And a lot of times for most men, we're weak to the flesh. So you might look at a nigga and be like, man, fuck out of here, man. I don't give a fuck about that type of shit. Like he explained you a business, like, man, fuck out of here, blah, blah. You know the easiest way for him to get you to give his idea a chance is for him to bring over a bunch of chicks that's gonna fuck you. And now you associate, damn, this is a good nigga. This nigga just brought over he brought me a good time. Now you, like, I'm trying to use an actual example. I think y'all know what I mean. Like unfortunately, women get used like that, right? It becomes a thing of, oh, okay, shit. Like, put like this: if I'm trying to sign an artist, you bring the artist through, you get 20 bitches to come through. You be like, yo, listen, when you see that nigga right there, I don't care which one of y'all he want to fuck with, y'all gotta do what they gotta do, even if they're a prostitute. Y'all gotta do what you gotta do. I got y'all. He need to have a good time. When he had the time of his life in the morning, he gonna be like, yo, damn it, that shit was lit. It's like, yeah, no, of course. Yo, listen, this what happens when you come fuck with us over here. Yo, listen, I'm gonna have my lawyer send you the thing, but now he thinking, all right, bet. Yeah, I'm about to. So I'm wondering if women were being used like that by Diddy. The only part I'm confused if that was the case is that they even mentioned the whole thing with Ja Rule, and they said that Diddy's baby mama or ex-girlfriend, who's this Sarah Chapman woman? Let me Google her. I'm drinking, Chad, so you gotta chat. I gotta understand. Is she a baby mama or what? Or just the girlfriend? Sarah Diddy. Oh, okay. So that's the baby moms. Yeah, you wouldn't want your baby mama involved in that, right? Like, if you're gonna be trying to, entice your homeboys over, you got the bitches. Like, no, this was the example I was about to say. No bullshit, right? And I'm not throwing my man under the bus neither, but is what it is. You know Adam, right? Adam 22. Adam was trying to get on my podcast. Well, he was trying to get on stream. Remember 2016? We the littest. I mean, we still the littest, but 2016 we on. Adam was trying to get on stream with me. You know, he was trying to get into hip hop. He was trying to get on stream with me. It wasn't nothing against him. I didn't know too much about him. But here's the thing. We didn't bring niggas on stream. That was our thing. We don't bring men on stream. The fuck? Like, if I said, you know, we used to have guests. You know, chat niggas should go get these girls and we bring them on stream. So Adam was trying to get on. Man, we ain't trying to do that. You know how Adam got on stream? Adam got on stream one day when we were supposed to have Lena on stream. Lena was coming back for her second time on stream. When we popped the stream on, Lena's sitting on Adam's lap. So think about that dynamic. Adam used Lena. I'm not saying like, you know, I'm just, Adam used Lena to get on the stream. Sometimes you gotta, like, because men crave women that much, you use the attention the women bring to get what you want. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying with that? So Adam, the first time I had a conversation with Adam was because Lena was the reason. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm going back to this Diddy shit and how homie's explaining it. He says if Diddy wanted something from you, Diddy would bring a bunch of women, and by the end of the night, I don't know if it's because you had a good time or whatever the case is. Again, I'm assuming he doesn't seem to be mentioning like no gay shit, so maybe Diddy's just bringing a bunch of bitches for you to fuck, or I don't know, having some freaky ass engagement that he knows you're gonna like with like girls maybe you couldn't fuck without him, right? And now you're like, damn, Diddy's that guy. Oh shit, I gotta fuck with him type shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm really just like thinking off the cuff.
What you mean by that? Go more into detail about that.
I don't want to go back to this, man, because it's difficult to go back to. But when he took D-Rock out, that was Big's man, pots and pans. And D-Rock understood. I made it clear to him, don't be nowhere where me and Puff is at while we in Cali. Y'all don't come nowhere. D-Rock shook my hand and said, bet that. I come to find out years later through a statement that Clark Kent made that D-Rock and Puff made plans to take Big to that party at the museum that Big lost his life. That came out, super producer, executive Clark Kent's mouth. I knew that to be true because Puff took D-Rock out and had a swinging thing with Sally Richardson and her girlfriend while we was in California. So when I'm talking about, that's what I mean. Put people in situations, do some things, and get what he wants. Because he had been trying to get Big out that whole time we was in Cali. And Big never showed up to nothing but the place to where he lost his life at. And the video shoots and the studio. So that's what I mean.
Okay. My boys did another interview real quick, and I ain't gonna Gene Deal. This is almost like Gene Deal's channel, damn it. So Aaron Hall. The reason why Aaron Hall is so important is that Aaron Hall turned out to be like the freak boy out of like that R&B era in the 90s. And he had many stories about him, Diddy, other people like really doing some crazy shit, but he spoke on it on interviews. He used to be one of the guys who didn't give a fuck. He would just say it. Right? Like you've never heard Diddy ever speak on some freak shit, like on some interview shit. Aaron Hall used to talk about it. He used to be like, yo, these niggas seen me fuck. They know I got a mole by my left nut. And they know like my body do the Harlem Shake when I bustin'. Like he was saying all type of shit. Like he was naming, which by the way, if you ever go back to that his interview with Vlad when he was talking about the people who watched him fuck, it was all the niggas who we all thought was suspect anyway. That's what made it even crazier. All the suspect niggas know how he fuck. Diddy. I ain't gonna name the others, but y'all know what it is. Y'all, you know some niggas would be like, oh, them niggas straight. All of them knew how he fucked, which now when you think about it, I'm like, maybe that was a freak off. Anyway.
Gene Deal, happy to have you back on the platform, my guy.
Man, did I ever go anywhere? I'm here. Let's go.
Hey, man, I had to bring you back on the platform, man. 2 more victims came forward. So, hey, man, I had to bring you back on, man, to get your opinion. So I want to get right into it. One of the victims, she alleges that, Diddy and Aaron Hall back in 1991 took turns raping her. What you think about that?
Well, I think because the New York state law has made rape just like murder, there's no statute of limitation. A lot of people going to be coming out the woodwork charging these guys who did things like she said that they did way back when. Now, Cassie has already proved that Puff is capable of doing what this girl said. Now, did he do her? Don't know that. Aaron Hall? Don't know him either, brother, but I know of him. He was a good friend of my family, K. Slay, but I learned from him some stuff about him from K, but I learned something from him directly by Gloria Velez herself. She told me that he was dealing with her when she was 16 years old. I think she made a statement to everybody else. But it was this particular time that
what?
I learned something from him directly by Gloria Velez herself. She told me that he was dealing with her when she was 16 years old. I think she made a statement to everybody else. But it was this particular time that I was bodyguarding this individual, Scott Storch, and we was at Thanksgiving dinner. And he had Gloria Velez that he had gave her a Cartier watch as a gift. So I'm bodyguarding him. And first we was at Kanye West party. This is no bullshit, bro. We was at Kanye West party in North Hollywood. And one of my dudes who, he's a Crip, he came over to me. He said, yo, Gene, my dudes is gonna come do something to your man. He's shining like that. I said, well, you know what that mean, dog? He said, but Gene, I'm gonna get you 10 minutes to get him out of here. I said, bro, give me 5 and he out of here. So Gloria Velez was with us. So then she gonna say, you gonna let your bodyguard tell you what to do? I'm like, yo, Scott, I'm gone. I'm at the door. So Scott came with me. We went to the Charter House in Malibu from there. So we get to the Charter House.
Yo, I swear. Yo, salute to Vlad and Art of Dialogue for this. Let me tell you, man, every security guard got so much information. Remember when we were talking about Tory security guard? Remember Tory security guard? From what I heard, there was so much nuances surrounding Tory's security guard possibly taking a stand. You have to remember, all of these niggas, you have millionaires playing gangsters. They have security guards, but they think they're the thugs. They plot murders and they plot robberies. You know who's listening to all this? Their security guard. So what usually happens is you never hear security guards do interviews. Remember when you heard that security guard? Remember that guy who was talking about he was talking about young boy? Nobody's gonna hire him, right? Remember this bodyguard talks young boy. Remember this guy?
Police is really public security.
You don't hear these guys speak. When you speak, you testify, you have broken the code of why you're in this business. If you ever reason with these guys, they tell you the craziest things. They tell you like, yo, they watch some of these guys who you thought never was on some shit shoot up fucking drugs in their veins, beat girls to a bloody pulp, get knocked out themselves, and they gotta knock the other nigga out and go beat up the nigga who had the camera and break their phone to make sure videos never got out. These security guards be knowing a lot. They just don't do interviews. Also, these security guards be knowing niggas' real demeanor. When they with you, they could sense you feel uncomfortable. They could sense you when you with a security guard, a real good one. They watching your vibes, they watching the crowd. They watching your vibes, they watching the crowd. Somebody come up, they might look at you. That happened with me a lot. Look at me like, yo, you want to take a picture? You want to take a picture right now? You gonna ask me? I'm like, yo, nah, I'm cool to take a picture. He watching the dude, he watching me. All right, cool. I take a picture. The dude put his hand around me because he trying to whisper something like, yo, I'm so-and-so. I'm from blah, blah. I'm up next. He looking at me the whole time. If he feel any type of discomfort on my, this is how security move. I'm giving you the real about it. If he's look at me, remember, I told him I'm down to take a picture. So, all right, cool. But he's still right next to me. Nigga taking a picture with me. All right, cool. Pose it up. Cool. Flick it up. Then the dude put a hand around me. He whispered in my ear. We in a club. The security guard, you got to remember, something could happen at any second. The moment something happened, your client get hit, client get whacked, yo, you lost. Like you are a failure. So they got to be on it. So now the nigga who take a picture, he's like, yo, I'm so-and-so, I'm from blah, blah. Yo, I'm next up. The security guard looking at me more than looking at him, because if he see uncomfortability, he gonna be like, yo, all right, hold on. Come on, back it up. Now, if he see me laughing, he be like, all right, cool, but he's still watching. These people know your demeanor. You can't cap it around them. They know if you pussy. They know if you like that. They know if you a crash out. They know if you talk hot shit, but they're going to have to defend it. Nigga, they know. A security guard going to really know you. But this is why these niggas don't do interviews. Because a lot of these niggas, you see, when you get to his age, salute to him. You see, if you've been in this game that long, yo, let me tell you this. Yo, I ain't gonna really put names out there, but a security guard that I found, like about, I can't remember how long ago. I brought him with me to LA to the Dirk interview. If you go watch the Dirk interview, I think we edited it out. But it was like, yo, he had mentioned something about the security. That was my security. Brought him there, brought him to Miami with me a bunch of times, in Las Vegas. He was just a local security guard when I first met him. Niggas on point though, like on point. Like that nigga was with me on point. So I said, man, let me take it. I'm gonna start fucking with you. Every place I went, on point. Now, and I ain't trying to give him, like, I mean, I don't think he care if I mention him like that, but right now he's on, which I gave him my blessing for. He's on tour with Lil TJ. So he's doing more security for Lil TJ than me. I'm fucking with like one of his other homies, like, but that's my guy. But Lil TJ's gonna give it more consistent work because TJ's on the move constantly. That nigga is mad good. You feel me? Now here's the thing. That nigga has been around the most ugliest situations with me. Like he's been around situations where it'd be like, yo, I'm trying to work, but girls is acting up, bitches trying to fight this and third. I'm like, yo, bro, like y'all, you gotta handle it. So, I guess I only say that to say, man, security guards, they really be knowing who these people are, what they're capable of, what they trying to hide. And for me, you hope to be the person that there's nothing they could expose about you that people don't know about you already. You know what I mean? I think it only backfires when you put on a false persona to the public. Oh, niggas think you the toughest dude. Like he told my young boy in this situation.
When I work, I don't wear boots. Boots is nice, but you stand and walk so long, you know, the leather gonna rub and burn up your foot. So I'm athletic. I wear sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah, I wear sneakers. I like to wear sneakers, and is walking, yes, but once you condition yourself, you build for it.
So you just kind of get used to just the vigorous of the actual job.
Yeah, you just, you know what I mean? Once you know to carry yourself, pace yourself, you're a piece of cake. But if you ain't ready for it, nah.
Man, I be getting tired walking through Walmart, man. I be like, God damn, ain't got no seats to this. Nah, man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? At any point in time, anything can jump off, so you always got to be ready.
You got to be ready.
Gotta be vigilant.
Antennas up.
For respect. Like, you've worked for a ton of people in the industry, and I mean a ton.
Yes.
We'll talk about a few. Moneybagg Yo, what was it like working with Moneybagg Yo?
I like him.
Okay.
I with him. He a real, you know what I mean? I ain't told in his horn or nothing, but I know them when I see them too. Game recognized game. You know, he was dope. He was a good guy. You know what I mean? I respect him. I got much love. I might link up with him again because I'm actually messing with Big Sexy right now. So they're supposed to get on a tour. So we might interlock once again, you know what I mean?
Sexy Red.
Yeah, you know, I'm messing with her. So I guess she's a guest on his tour. So, I do good business too. So sometimes I'm here and I'm there and I'm not always with the same person. Like after my situation, as we get into that, I learned to just like get the better clients or know what I'm signing up for, you know what I mean? And I run with it.
Anything that people wouldn't know, because you're in close quarters with a lot of these celebrities and superstars, right?
Yes.
And so you get to see a behind the scenes look at what we see online or on TV. Like you say, you're working with Sexy Red.
Yes.
Anything that the general public wouldn't know about her.
I don't speak too much on the clients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been with her that long.
Fine as hell, boy. Listen, she like you know why I like her, man? We've had a debate about this on our show, talking about Glorilla and Sexy Red, and Stan gonna talk about he go with bro.
Nah,
Sexy Red is bad, bro.
Sexy Red.
She is every hood chick in America. And I pray she see this, and I hope she like big old niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's rich on the weekends. But you know what I'm saying? So she is as entertaining, I would imagine, in person as she is.
She humble.
Okay.
And that's why I like when they humble. I don't like the cocky ones. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it all, so you kind of preaching to the choir.
I can only imagine.
But she humble. So when she's not out there, she's herself.
Hey, I speaking about security. Hey, I got a lot of respect for security guards. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna always say that because a lot of times you in places, man. You're like, every place really gangster depends on who's there, and you can't never like underestimate places. Like shit. I always told 6ix9ine, I'm like, yo, your security guard go hard for you. This was, the whole time 6ix9ine got out, this was 6ix9ine's top security right here. This nigga right here. This nigga right here was making sure that nigga was like, this might have been when they met at Akon did that song with 6ix9ine. This was 6ix9ine. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is like the 6ix9ine shit right here. Yeah, this nigga was making sure 6ix9ine was safe. He was booking flights. 6ix9ine be having 10 bitches, so he keeping the bitches separate. Like, he was doing everything for that nigga. So, I salute that nigga. He came from that other team that was rocking with 6ix9ine before. He was rocking with the Shadow Group, and yeah, they were pretty good too. RP Shadow, but yeah. Anyway,
you know what I mean. And she mostly inside, so I really speak more my.
Somebody said Lil Wayne don't need security. All y'all favorite rappers got security. You name me a favorite rapper, I could name the security right now. Stop playing. They ain't one rapper that don't roll with security. Unless they young in the game or dumb. Every rapper got security. Facts. Stop playing with that. Don't act like none of these niggas is super tough. And it's not about sometimes you think you can't defend yourself. It's like, nigga, you want to go catch a charge? What you think, you about to shoot everybody and still do tours and get money? No, nigga. What you want your head to be on a swivel while you do interviews and take pictures with fans? You need security, nigga. What the fuck?
Encounters,
Respect.
but anything behind, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
you know what I mean? Because, you know, our clients
Nigga, 50. Nigga, everybody know 50 security, nigga. 50 security's monster. Everybody know him. Matter of fact, one of Monster's brothers was one of them. I think Crippy's Monster's brother. He was caught up in the indictment with 6ix9ine and them. Come on, man. You talking about yo? First of all, 50 got the best security guards in the world. You think 50 security guard is like Tony Ayo, nigga? Stop playing, nigga. Everybody, nigga. Everybody got security. You name a nigga who is really lit, is really on, and don't got security, I'm gonna call him broke. Like, everybody know this nigga, King Kong. It's the baby security, right? Everybody know this nigga, right? Bro, like, it's to the point that niggas know the security by who they usually rock with the most. Somebody said, so Keith is broke? Nigga, Chief Keef use security too, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Everybody use security. I'm not saying they use security everywhere. That's where y'all get it fucked up. Not everybody uses security everywhere. But everybody who got money uses security at the places they need it. They go to what do you call it again? Rolling Loud or some shit. You know, mad artists gonna be there. Could be any type of bullshit. You don't want security, my nigga. Cause you don't want a bunch of hood niggas who trying to set it off. You want niggas who gonna be professional that you could get your money, go get your check, and get out. Nardowick got security too. Nardowick actually got real security too. See, that's another thing. We about to get into Nardowick topic too. Nardowick got actual security, but here's the thing. Before you start relying on actual security, your homeboys gotta prove to you why they're bringing them around everywhere. I haven't told y'all the story, and maybe I should just go into that right now. Like, I mean, y'all want to hear this young boy shit?
watching, so
No, for sure.
on the field. And then 9 o'clock, they calling you again much.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's a moment. I dealt with NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah.
And it only lasted for 3 days. You know, he ended up telling his manager he ain't like my vibes, but I ain't like his vibes either. You know, I told him I never worked for a kid before. You know what I mean? Because I run with the gangsters, so I'm not saying he's not gangster, but bro, game recognized game. And if you can't see my game, you're blind. You know what I mean? I'm not faking. Like, what I do for a living, I'm doing it from the islands. I'm toting guns from the islands. I came America, and now I legally tote guns. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is no game. Like, you know what I mean? So I ain't got no time because I got money. I think I'm tough. Like, nah, I'm about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, on a humble level. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you know who you're fucking with.
No respect.
You fucking put your hands, excuse my language, you go to the club, you beat up El Chapo nephew. You come outside 100 Mexicans with AKs. What you gonna do?
Okay. That's another thing too. So let's get to the Nardowick thing. Let me tell you how every artist start. And Nardowick's my man's. I fuck with Nardowick. This ain't an indictment against him. This is just how it is. Y'all gotta stop believing that hood niggas don't have security, my nigga. Like, that's a fact. Like, bro, to keep it real, the only hood niggas that don't have security, my nigga, is the niggas who want to go to jail. Now, some niggas, like, they might really be on their shit that they're not with a million security. You're right. Like, because you could, like, 6ix9ine had a team of security, at least at first. When he got out and he was staying low, he had a couple. But when he was really popping it and moving around, he had a team, nigga. If you was going to get at that nigga, you got to get at the whole team. See, that's different. But everybody got security. Nigga, when I met up with Dirk and I did an interview with Dirk can't bring mad niggas with him. Actually, he ain't bring no hood niggas with him. I ain't gonna lie with you. You brought his manager, stylist, somebody else, who was bringing like some clothes. I guess I was a stylist. And he had one security with him. That security been with him for a long time. You know I know the security was with him for a long time? Because when I asked Dirk about the situation with him and Game, remember him and Game, like, you know, at one point they kind of came head to head in a club like years ago, like 10 years ago. That security was there. That security basically was like, he explained it in his words of what happened. So I know that security been rocking with for a long time. So here's the thing. You know what it told me? Dirk don't need the homies everywhere. Now, granted, if he need the homies like he about to go somewhere, Dirk could have a million niggas with him anywhere. But if Dirk got to go somewhere to handle business, that nigga was in LA doing a bunch of shit, blah, blah, blah. He got to do an interview with Ak. Is he going to bring 100 homies for what? This ain't a Gillian Wallow interview, nigga. You doing an interview with Ak, nigga. Brought his one security, manager right there, stylist right there, and I think one of his, like, it wasn't even like a gang homeboy. It was just like one of his, like, older friends. You know what I mean? Probably helping with some shit. That's it, nigga. That's how it goes. Anyway.
Dude.
Anyway. So, what I really wanted to get to was, I think I got the clip here. Where's the clip? Give me 1 second. I'm just getting to this Nardo Wick thing. So, unfortunately, chat, and by the way, the dude who, okay, so Nardo Wick, basically, I don't know if it was a show or whatever, but looked like this was a back alleyway or back entrance or something like that. There's a vehicle parked here. Looked like Nardo Wick was kind of here, about to hop in the car to leave or whatever the case is. A fan walks up and allegedly and apparently he wanted a picture. Now, the people he was with, and I keep hearing people keep saying bodyguards, like even this caption says bodyguards. This ain't Nardo Wick's bodyguard. And by the way, I know any real security guard or bodyguard who gets paid to protect an artist would feel embarrassed because it's not how they move. They don't swing if they see a threat. They usually try to figure out what's up. Like, security guards are not ignorant, my nigga. This is the reason why, and I think Nardo Wick is probably learning, this is the reason why you want your security to deal with shit, not your hood niggas. Your hood niggas, bro, the only thing they can say is, nigga, I swung on somebody. Yo, I was teed up for you. Because they got to prove their worth on why you're paying for their ticket, their hotel, them going to city with you. They're not providing no other value. Like, what other value are they providing? Nobody's booking them. It's not like they have any official role in your. They're just your homies that you want to go along with for the ride because it makes you feel at home. But then they start feeling like they need to prove to you, like, yo, bro, I got to prove to my mans why I'm necessary. Shit, when we was back in the hood, any nigga who would even, yo, we used to run down on niggas together. So now I got to punch up on, you know, so look at this. So look at this white dude. He kind of walks out. Look at this guy right here. And apparently this white dude was walking out for a picture. I'm talking to him. I'm going to probably get him on here tomorrow. And y'all tell me if I should get him on here because I don't really want to, I don't want to milk topics or like, you know, kind of Vlad TV out every issue. Let me see. This is what he told me. And he sent me hospital pictures and everything. He said, bro, I got jumped by Nardo Wick's team for asking for a picture. So I said, it was you? He said, yes, sir. I said, what happened, bro? He said, yo, I went to go ask Nardo Wick for a picture, and his associates or guards or whoever, they jumped me and knocked me out cold. I said, bro, did you do something? Did they tell you beforehand, don't approach him? Because I ain't gonna lie, I did see the video, and if it's you, they looked aggressive. He said, not at all. He said, this was my first time seeing him. So this is the video. This is the white boy right here. And he says he's trying to, I think this is Nardo Wick right here. Is this Nardo Wick back here? He said he's trying to get a pic. You see this guy run up.
Where'd he go?
Then this guy kind of cold clocks him. And then you're going to watch this guy. He hits him too. Now, I think this guy in the white, I think this is Nardo Wick. I think if you look towards the end of the clip, this is Nardo, right? Looks like Nardo is probably trying to stop the guy who's knocking him over, right? Like he's trying to tell him, yo, chill, bro, chill. He's not, you see? Yeah, he's trying to hold his man's back. He's not even trying to jump on him. He's trying to hold his man's back. Right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is 100% a lawsuit. This is a big lawsuit. And this is why, you know, everybody been getting on Nardo Wick's ass, but it was very important to see how he was going to respond. because his response is going to be included in the lawsuit. Like right now, it's lawsuit time. So look at this. And I posted it. Nardo Wick wrote up a statement at first, which I'm going to give him credit because it actually felt like it came from him. But his statement said this: I don't condone what happened to my fan, George. And I'm glad he said his name, like he humanized him. What happened to my fan, George, after my show in any type of way. I expressed to him and his mama how sorry I was. And I was concerned that it happened to him multiple times before anything was even posted or on the internet. So he said he's not doing this after it hit the internet. He basically apologized before. He said, I sent his mama my number. Instantly, the night it happened, I wasn't even going to make a post. Oh, he said, I was even going to make a post to try to find out who he was before his mama texted me. He said, I can't control another grown man's actions. I know that was going to happen. And I was mad when it did. I tried to stop it, as you can see in the video, which kind of makes it, yeah, if this is him, if this is Nardo Wick right here, if we look, remember, say he's looking, so the dude catches a first, with this hit right here, bang. He's almost knocked out on his feet. He's kind of slumped over. Nardo's right here, like, damn, what the fuck? And then this other dude, who, by the way, remember this dude, you could tell, and this I'm talking about having homeboys in security. Remember, look, this is him walking, trying to get to Nardo for a picture. Look at this guy. The same guy who punches him and knocks him to the ground, he runs up. Look, you could tell. These guys, they're not trained as security, bro. Like, yo, let me tell you this. Man, I've paid a pretty penny at times for security, my nigga. I paid a pretty penny for security. Bro, security sometimes feel like insurance because you might pay a lot of money for security and nothing happen. But when you are paying good money for security, you're paying for how somebody's going to handle a situation with someone you don't know. It could be a friend, a foe, a fan, a hater. It could be a nigga who want to kill you, a nigga want to hurt you, a nigga want to go viral. And what these guys showed is this is why you can't use your homeboys as security. Because your homeboys only know how to swing. They don't know how to like try to, yo, hey, yo, who you? What you want? You want a picture? Nigga, how you even get back here? Like, you know, these are even questions like even a hood nigga I think would ask. Like, nigga, how you even get back here? Like, bruh, you know this is an artist entrance and exit. How you get back here, nigga? You know what I mean? A security guard would be like, yo, stay right here, my nigga. Just stay right here. Stay right here. Like, you want a picture? Like, a security guard's gonna move more professional. He ran over, you could tell he was on timing. So when the first dude punched him, which is here, by the way, you see him looking at Nardo Wick, which, by the way, I ain't gonna lie to you, if this guy files a lawsuit, they're gonna almost act like this dude looked to Nardo Wick for permission, because again, these broke dudes can't pay no money. They're gonna try to get Nardo to pay the money, so they're gonna act like Nardo allowed or orchestrated this or sanctioned this, right? So the dude gets hit. Then all of a sudden, the guy who was talking to Nardo, he turns around and whatever, you see Nardo right here, he tries to stop him. You can tell. He tries to grab. He's like, yo, stop, nigga. By the way, another thing why you can't use homeboy security. Bro, I know about, you see, once I started getting a little motion, I was one of the niggas too who wanted to just only have my homeboys around me. Bro, we was all kicking it when we were broke, like when nobody fucked with us. Like, damn, now niggas is fuck with me. Like, bro, I want to bring all y'all with me. This is why you can't bring homeboys with you. Because the same way how they acting right here is literally how they would act in any other situation. And also, they're amping it too, right? Like, so, homeboy security is punch first, ask questions later. Let's jump a nigga. Yeah, nah, this is just bad, bro. Anyway, Nardo Wick was getting cooked under the comments for this. I don't even know if it's still on this page. Is this still up there? 9,000 comments. They're all cooking him. Okay, one person does says, at least it feels like you wrote this. Somebody says, notes app means he's serious. Somebody says, hire some real bodyguards, not your cousins. Oh, my bad. I lost my train of thought when I was talking about it. I'm sorry. I got it back now. This I was saying about homeboy security. Nigga, I know homeboy security. Yo, let me tell you what not hiring professionals, because I used to be in that mindset. I'm like, yo, if I'm going to Miami and I would have an entourage of 5 people with me, why not just bring 5 of my homeboys? I know they ain't gonna let nothing happen to me. They gonna squabble with me or do whatever. But here's the problem, and this is the big problem. This happened to me before. I brought like a bunch of my niggas to a Yachty show. But I'm not realizing my niggas, they still like me. I gotta remember how my niggas was. So for example, I'm looking at them like, fuck security. I'm in here with my niggas. I'm mobbing. I'm cooling. Me and 5 of my niggas, I'm cooling. Here's the funny thing. One of my niggas gonna look at me like, yo, Ak, yo, there's some bad bitches over there. I'm about to go bag real quick. I'll be back. I'm like, all right, nigga, this is how me and my niggas talk. Like, bro, we here to bag hoes. Like, nigga, we here for the bitches. Like, we used to go to parties, nigga, fuck what y'all got going on. We here for the hoes. So it's like, my nigga that me, I'm like, yo, I'm about to slide on these bitches over there. I'm trying to go back there. And I'm like, go ahead, my nigga. Go ahead. I'm proud of him. He dip off. It's 4 of them with me still. 2 of my other niggas was like, oh shit, look at them 2 bitches right here. Yo, we about to go slide on them. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Every time bitch I try to fuck with too. Go get that. Yo, nigga, stop playing. I said, bro, if anything, just like use my nigga. You gotta get that shit. Bang. 2 of them dip off. You wanna know what happened, my nigga? Everybody, nigga, I'm standing there alone, nigga, because all my other niggas is getting bitches. These are friends. These ain't security, nigga. When we were friends, we all went out and got bitches. So now I'm sitting there in this fucking big ass party or like big ass like performance. I'm like, I'm here by my fucking self. All my other niggas is getting hoes. That's not how security. I'm telling y'all the facts. Somebody say I fuck with my homies. Like my homies, like, bro, I remember when we wasn't at this level or I wasn't at this level. Now, I'm really thinking in my mind, they're going to be like, oh, yo, all right, them 2 niggas going. All right, yo, if them 2 niggas going, us 3 got to hold you down. We here with you. Fuck that. Bro, all of my mans is looking like, bro, we lit right now. Like, shit, we got bottles here. They giving us preferential treatment because of you. Nobody's really thinking like, low key, y'all are the homie security. You are the security for me. They're going to bag bitches, and I'm to the point that I remember distinctly. I look around, and it wasn't like nothing was about to happen, but still, I was like, yo, I'm like Dolo right now. I'm Dolo in this shit, and I came with 5 niggas. And where's my 5 niggas doing? They're all bagging bitches and trying to talk to girls. Do you understand what I'm saying about homie security? And here's another thing about homie security, too. You can't talk to your homie like an employee. You got to talk to your homie like almost y'all chilling. That's another thing. The same way you used to talk to him before you became whoever you are, you got to talk to him like that. I'm telling you, it's problematic. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, we got, yo, they were cooking Narda. Yo, Narda probably never seen this much white people in his comment section ever, bro. Then publicly denounce the guys who did it. You know this is somebody white. Yo, denounce my niggas that have been playing with in a sandbox and we've been selling weed together, running trains on bitch. Come on. He said, you know, somebody white. Ryan Soul. Let's see how this motherfucker looks. Okay, Ryan. Okay, Ryan. We're going to denounce him. Denounce him. denounce him publicly. Okay, right. To publicly denounce the guys who did it and get them out your fucking entourage, bro. How you gonna let your boys disrespect your fans like that? No, you stand up like a man and take accountability for having these people in your circle. You are responsible for putting these animals next to your fans. You did this. Let's see how the Timothy Earl looks. Hey, right? Oh man. Nah, it is what it is. Anyway, my boy did respond. He did respond. And I'm gonna give him credit because I really think none of this shit was done by a PR team. I think this was in from the heart, but shit, it's fucked up already. He made a message. He said this.
I don't condone that situation that happened. I don't stand for that situation that happened. I was fully unaware that situation was about to take place. Feel me? As soon as it happened, I tried to de-escalate the situation. And after the situation, I got in contact with his mama. I sent him my number. I called, asked how he was doing. I told her I'd do anything to make it up to him as a fan. You feel me? I told her to keep me updated on his health. And it ain't about trying to stop nothing from happening because I don't want to get with nothing. It ain't none of that. You feel me? I genuinely care about the fan. That's all I'm worrying about right now. I don't give a damn about like what everybody talking about. Sue. I don't care about that. They gonna do what they gotta do. They do what they do. You feel me? Right now I'm worrying about the fan base. He's straight. And you feel me? I just want him to know that I ain't condone that. I ain't want that to happen. That ain't how I treat my fans. I love my fans. You feel me? I don't rock like that at all. You feel me? I wasn't gangster. I wasn't cool. I didn't know that was gonna happen. You feel me? I didn't expect that to happen. I don't condone that situation.
Right.
I love all my fans. I welcome all my fans with open arms. You feel me? After the situation happened, I was mad as hell. You feel me? I got in contact with his mama that same night. I checked on him and I told her anything he need. You feel me? I got him. You feel me? Before anything was posted, before any video was seen, before any blog posted, before she posted anything, then I reached out to her. I checked on him. You feel me? And told her I got him whatever he need me to do, you feel me, to make it up to him as a fan. And ain't nothing like that gonna ever happen again, you feel me? I promise I make sure that if you a fan, you can ask me for a picture. I love all my fans.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I know we live in this world where we want to see the bad in people. Be like, yo, he's lying. He's just saying this because we're going to cancel him. He's a fuck nigga. I'm going to be honest. I do think, but I'm looking at the video and I'm looking at everything he said immediately. Yo, you know, I know this nigga was telling us, like he really speaking from the heart. This shit got bad grammar. The nigga misspelling words. I'm like, oh, that's him. Yes, that's him. You know what I mean? That's him. You feel me? And I'm going to be honest, I do think he's incredibly sad about this. I think the only thing that he has to come to terms with is how you going to handle your homeboys, though. How you going to handle your homeboys? Are you going to tell your homeboys like, yo, dog, yo, I'm bringing y'all around with me? Because, you know, and this happens a lot. A rapper gets on, he brings his homeboys because now these are his artists. But really, it's really your niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to be macking with your niggas. You want to enjoy the experience with your niggas. He's going to have that conversation with them and say, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you know, it's a tough conversation to have because I'm pretty sure he ain't going to tell him like, yo, bro, I don't want y'all getting my back no more. Because them dudes, I don't think them dudes was like swinging because they just want to beat up a nigga. They probably thought they was really on point. You know what I mean? They just read it wrong. I believe that he's going to tell him like, yo, man, I'm going to have to put like some more real security in place that could help regulate y'all. Because y'all are operating in the realm of being security in this and third, but it's going to be unfair to ask y'all to live up to the expectation a professional security would. So it's either tell him to stand down, which I don't think they're going to do because I don't think he think that they were trying to do no fuck shit. Like they trying to be protective over him, if anything, but they just did it wrong and they fucked up his public appearance. So I think he probably gonna have to put some real security in there that they're gonna have to balance off of. And yes, it works like that. Again, I'm sorry I keep using the 6ix9ine situation, but 6ix9ine had a bunch of non-trade gangsters with him, and he still had security with them. You know what that meant? Security had to work with them. Like, them gangsters had to work with the security. Like, nigga, Shotty had his blick with him everywhere. But then 6ix9ine had security with him. So, at times, it's like, I bet if this is a situation for 6ix9ine, you move off security, yeah, you could turn up and do what you got to do, but you got to also move off what the security is saying too. So again, I think it's going to have to be a situation like that. A lot of street dudes have a mix between security and hood niggas around them. This is no different. I'm glad he seems sincere, and I know y'all might be like, he don't seem sincere because, bro, it's hard to see, like, you know, sometimes people of color, if you're not that well spoken or you don't show a lot of emotion on camera, people like, oh, you don't care? Of course he cares. Bro, he's getting like hammered today because of this shit. And you see him on video, he's trying to, I don't care what y'all say. It looked like he's trying to stop it. Bro, it looked like he's trying to stop it to me. Only y'all gonna say I'm delusional. Look like he's trying to stop it type shit, right? Look, he right here. Nigga, look, he's pulling his mans off. Look, he's grabbing his mans. He's grabbing his mans. It'd be different. It'd be different if he punched with his mans. You know what I mean? So I said, nah, bro. He laughed that off with his friends after. Come on, man. Well, here's the thing. If I'm him, I would talk to this guy and see what's up. The dude probably want a little check. I ain't gonna lie to you. Get him to sign some shit. All right, bro. I'm gonna give you like 10 bands, 20 bands. You just sign this paper. You ain't about to sue us, nothing like that, bro. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? Shit, or do some Diddy shit. Have him sign some shit that he gonna come out and be like, oh no, Nardowick had no fault. It wasn't his fault, and I love him still, and I'm okay with everything going on. And he gave me some tickets or some shit. That's how you gotta do it, on some Diddy shit. All right, cool. Let's see what else I did not get into yet. Oh, here we go. So, real quick. So, in the whole no jumper sphere and all the beef they got going on, this is amazing. Remember I covered it like yesterday. We basically they ran down on somebody. They ran down on Desto Dub. And essentially, after they ran down on Desto Dub, you know, I was recapping the beef. I said, yo, listen, when Adam was talking shit, you know, this dude, Brick Baby right here, it looked like he got to stand on a lot of the beef or whatever. But the other dudes look like they didn't want to be there. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing about being fake tough and this fake gangster shit. I made a comment about Sharpie. This is Sharpie right here, the failed pimp. And I said, bro, when Adam's talking his shit, it looks like you don't even want to be there. It looks like you're uncomfortable visibly. You want to disappear. Of course, he took that, and instead of saying, Ak, you're right, I don't want no beef inherited by no jumper because that's not what I'm on. You know what he said? He want to squabble with me. Hear this.
Like, what's up with it, my nigga? Like, why you always got my name in your mouth? Like, I won't slap the shit out you, nigga. Like, for real, for real.
Let me stop that right now. You ain't slapping nobody. What you need to do is go squabble up with the niggas who the ops of no jumper. If you not squabbling up with Fig Munity World, you need to shut up and get off camera. Ain't you doing Sharp Tank over there? Why you on camera when Adam talking shit? And your mom, you're mute. You don't speak. But now you on your IG live talking a lot of shit. It seems like you got a lot of energy when it comes to OnlyFans girls. And you have a lot of energy for me because I'm 3,000 miles away. You know who's not 3,000 miles away? The niggas who walked up to Desto Dub. The niggas who said they was about to crunch y'all niggas up. The niggas who said them goofy ass no jumper niggas. And I think you a no jumper nigga. He talking about you. Sharp, you know what you proving to me? You pussy. You pussy because you always in the room when gangster niggas talking shit, but you always quiet as a church mouse, nigga. You talking about church, nigga? You quiet as a church mouse. You know why? You want to get crunched up by them niggas over there. And by the way, that's a good reason. Like, that's a reason not to say nothing. Adam is writing checks you can't cash. But don't get mad at me. You always trying to talk these chicks off the pole or off OnlyFans. How about you talk your massa out of beef? How about you de-escalate that situation rather than by sitting here on Instagram Live talking about a nigga you know you're not going to see? You know you're not going to see me, Sharp. I'm 3,000 miles away from you. But what would happen? Matter of fact, I think we got proof of what happened when. Hold on, Sharpie, I got you. Didn't you see them same dudes? I think you were working correspondence for No Jumper. You heard that nigga back on Fig, nigga. Yeah, nigga. You heard, yeah, Smack came over. You gotta bow down, dap it up, nigga. Put that little perm in your head. You ain't pimping no hoes no more. They laughing at you. Look at this nigga right here. He got the camera on you. Said this No Jumper. Nigga, it's No Jumper behind the motherfucking, behind the turnstile, nigga. You got T-Row one arm banging on you, nigga. You got to sit there and take it. Sharp, this is what I'm trying to tell you, my boy. You can't gain no tough points talking to me. You getting bullied in your backyard, nigga. You got them back on Fig community FMW niggas standing on y'all niggas now. Now you don't want to claim No Jumper? You want to beef with me? Oh. You know what you should have said if you was a real nigga? You see how you were saying here when he said back on Fig? Because he's standing on it. That nigga T-Rail is standing on that shit. He not playing. He's standing on it. You heard that nigga say his response to y'all. When y'all seen pack him out, he said it. He's standing on it. You know what you screaming? You said No Jumper. You said No Jumper, right? Well, it's the same way how Desto Dub told about No Jumper. So when you see your mans get marked out for claiming No Jumper, you know what you supposed to say? Man, let me address this shit. Because I'm claiming No Jumper too, but you pussy. You don't want no smoke with them niggas over there. Now you talking about me. Yo, me and you can squabble. Nigga, what are you talking about? Bitch, you broke. Shut up. Address the niggas marking you out. Are you claiming No Jumper or are you Sharpie? Did you say you squabble with Wack? Then Wack told us you copped a plea and begged for him to say he squabbled with you, that you could get respect. Sharp, you got to keep the same energy you had here, my boy. At least Desto Dub was on camera saying, I'm my own man. What you saying here when niggas say, T-Rell ain't saying he's his own man. He say back on Fig, nigga. What's cracking? You know what you said? No Jumper. Well, niggas just got marked out because of No Jumper. Are you going? Oh, you're not claiming No Jumper no more, huh? Well, stop being on camera with that shit, nigga. When Adam talking this shit, walk off camera, boy. You pussy. They see it in you, nigga. Cause you claim it right here. No Jumper. You heard that, nigga? You see it, nigga? It's No Jumper right here. You not saying that when you niggas that No Jumper is getting marked out. Back on Fig and community is moving active on y'all. Fig community world is moving active. Now you talking about he's trying to reignite some old beef with me. Nigga, Wack said he beat your ass. He's in the building. You ain't trying to find Wack yet. Yo, we laughing at you, nigga. You were standing on this, yo, Ack, you owe me 100,000. I'm not no employee. Bitch ass nigga, you doing the news, every podcast. You the hoe over there. Fuck out of here, nigga. You beyond an employee, nigga. You probably clean the bathrooms too. You the janitor, everything, boy. Come on, man.
Bro, I swear to you, nigga, you come to No Jumper, nigga, and I'm up there, homie. You had your little security, tell your security move out the way, my nigga. and just let me and you just get down real quick and we can get it out the way. You done saying too much. I done said
Sharp, the security gonna slap you. Shut up, nigga. You ain't doing shit. Oh, let the security move out of the way. Sharp, I wouldn't spit on you, nigga. The point is this. I'm gonna keep talking shit to you. You say I owe you $100,000. I told you, nigga, come get it in blood. And you ain't get it yet. You just a bitch. Just stay over there and keep talking that fake isms. You know my motto? Nigga ain't never take no money from me, and I don't gonna get it back. You say I owe you $100,000. You ain't get that?
saying too much, my nigga. So
you from LA. You know how niggas give it up out there. Niggas only squabble with people they respect.
Let's just get it for what we need to get.
Bitch ass nigga. Getting marked out by Fig Community World talking about you want to squabble with me. Nigga, go get your get back, nigga. You claim no jumper. Get your get back. If you ain't spent, listen, I thought y'all LA niggas was with it. It should be a cyclone up in here. You claim no jumper at the BT Awards. A nigga from No Jumper just got marked out. Just now, yesterday. You not spinning? Yo, slide for dub. Slide. You not sliding. I get it. Oh, you just pimping. Okay. You said, oh, you $100,000. Come get it. You got to come get it. You ain't going to come get it. Boy, just do your content, man. You know, me and Adam, we cool. We laugh at you. It's a little worker. You know, he does his thing. You know, I even gave him some props recently. I'm like, you know, I realized, like, he's trying to be the new AD. He really only has, like, any expertise when it comes to manipulating women. But now you'll hear him try to, you know, like, yo, Flacco. Yo, so what you're saying is, you know, I see you trying to get into hip-hop shit. It's all good, brother. But y'all just got marked out. Hey, you know what the scorekeeper said? Fig Community World up 1-0. Y'all ain't gonna mark nobody out? You know, Adam is chilling. Like, Adam is the boss. He doesn't have to do it. It's on you and Brick Baby. Shout out to my boy Flacco. Flacco at home doing videos. He don't give a fuck. He'll cover both of y'all dying. Mr. I want to squat it. Go get your get back, nigga. I found out one of the niggas who was running up on this Desto Dub nigga. His name is Mac Wop. I don't even know who this guy is. I'm trying to Google him. Was that his name? I don't know who this nigga is. Is this him? No, it's not. All right, man. In one of these videos, man, it was one of these niggas that was with anyway, here's the point, man.
Like, what's up with
Here's the point. Sharp. We gonna look at you like a hoe because you claim no jumper. You was banging it. Put your flag down, nigga. And Brick Baby, you gotta get this nigga a DP. He dumb pussy. You can't have him around on the squad with you. When you talking shit, yo, Brick, I heard you that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas just told me you got that guy. But this nigga dumb pussy. He was claiming no jumper. Some shit popped off. He's supposed to be banging no jumper, right? Now he on some shit like, nah. Yo, Ak, what's up with you? Nigga, what's up with me? Ain't nothing up with me. Nigga, what's up with the niggas that marched your mans out? He marched your mans out. Ooh, what happened? You gonna get a DP? Yo, Brick, you know you gotta give him a DP, right? On the set. Yo, Sharp. Let's go back to this clip. Let's go back to the clip. Let's go back to the clip where this nigga wanted to diss a fucking peer when motherfucking Adam was talking that shit. Adam was like, y'all niggas banned off Melrose.
I'll tell you how rich.
Let's see if we can find it.
Hunting was hard as fuck. Meat was actually a little.
Yo, what happened to my boy Almighty Sus here? This is my boy right here. I fuck with him. Almighty Suspect, I fuck with that guy right there. Almighty Suspect is a stand on. He's a business stand oner.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga.
Let's see if we can find it. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Him and his girl.
Yo, Fig Mutiny done made all these niggas drop their flags, man. They not claiming no jumper no more. This nigga gonna be like, nigga, I ain't Fig Mutiny. No. He gonna be like, yo, they run up on Sharp. Yo, I ain't no jumper. I'm Sharp Tank. I'm Sharp Tank. What are you talking? I'm Sharp Tank. I'm my own pimp. I'm my own pimp. I'm not no jumper. I'm Sharp Tank. I'm Sharp Tank. Nigga, I thought you was banging it 2 days ago. What's up with you? Oh.
All right. So people probably want me to comment on specific things.
Look at this nigga Sharp. He's like, crop me out.
I'm going to take a quote from AD's book, and I'm going to say, I've been getting calls all morning. And I don't really feel like it's my place to
It's the quietest ever seen this nigga. This nigga be like a background singer, like a hoe. He's like, Adam, talk that shit, but I can't defend it. So he looking at Brick on the low. Brick, it's all up to you, brother. I think y'all should squash it. But Brick, right now, if you don't even the score, it's over. This nigga look like he is lost. My man Flacco is like, yo, really? He's like, yo, Flacco on some, yo, I just came to get paid shit. And this guy right here, he look like he might be on professional instigator mode too. He's like, is he ganging? Yo, Sharp, man.
turn any of this shit up. This shit is like, it doesn't really seem like it concerns me after this point. You know, that's a whole different situation. I got nothing to say about it. I'm mum. But.
Damn.
I'm gonna back up.
Nah, this is great. Yo, hey, no jumper ready. Y'all giving it up. Hey. Somebody just. Man. Oh, this was the clip. Nah, yo, Sharp, you gotta slide. Yo, slide for Desto, Sharp. You gotta slide. You were claiming no jumper. You gotta slide. You got to slide. Yo, you got Pun pressing your mans with the slowest walk up in history, bro. Yo, Pun was walking mad slow, but he was walking with intention. Yo, Sharp, you not gonna slide, gang? Yo, Sharp, bro. Yo, Sharp. I bet if it was one of them tricks that really violated one of your hoes that was on the track, you would slide, right? Sharp, I know you would slide for one of your hoes. You ain't gonna slide for your boss, your master? Yo, Sharp, you not sliding. Oh, you want beef with you? Yo, Sharp, them niggas just shot up your hood. You got beef with me? What? Yo, Sharp, we not gonna do that. They just put their foot in your chest. What's cracking? So you're not gonna slide for your master. You're not gonna slide for Desto. Really? This is how you know Sharp was a weak ass pimp. The pimps that I heard about, they were on some gorilla pimping shit. A nigga even short their bitch like it was supposed to be like, yo, the pussy was $200, they gave him $199. That's a pistol whipping for the extra $1. Yo, Sharpie, you not sliding? Oh, this nigga, I heard this nigga was he was the beats giver. Thank God he ain't really get active. I don't know who this guy is though. By the way, I still stand with Desto. Desto, I stand with you. I don't even know you, but I stand with you. You didn't run. You did a slight moonwalk. It was cool. I do the same moonwalk too. What's the problem? Heard him. I'm my own man. You know what Sharpie gonna say when it comes to this? Yo, I'm my own pimp. I'm my own pimp. Chill. I'm my own pimp. I'm my own pimp. Yo, Sharpie, we got the footage. You wasn't saying that when T-Rail was in your face banging on you, nigga. What'd he say? He say he's back on Fig, bitch ass nigga. What you say? What do you say? Oh, you said no jumper. You should have kept the G and be like, man, fuck no jumper. Or not fuck no jumper. You said fuck back on Fig. Nigga, this is before Smack like broke his foot or whatever. Smack would have jumped over here and mauled you like a cannibal. Yo, I'm an instigator, ain't I? Fuck. Am I instigator chat? I ain't no instigator, man. I'm just keeping a P. Yeah, nigga. Dap me up, bitch. Yo, you know what's crazy? The movements T-Rail was giving, man, T-Rail was gonna hit that nigga with the retarded arm. Bap! Fuck that nigga! Fuck out of here! Bring your lame ass, pimping ass back to motherfucking Las Vegas, nigga. What is you talking about? Matter of fact, it might be 2-0 Community World. They marked these niggas out twice. He claiming there's no jumper. He humble as hell while T-Rail banging on him. Yo, Sharp, you gotta slide, gang. Sharp, you gotta slide. Yo, Sharp, we be looking to the West Coast like y'all niggas is really bout it. Yo, if it was one of these Bronx niggas, they're erupting. They're going crazy. Nigga, ain't no award show after this. What? Fuck Nissan, nigga. Like we about to turn this into a Toyota Corolla motherfucking commercial. Nah, I'm serious. I'm just telling you. I'm an instigator, ain't I? Sharpie, you can't win with me, brother. Sharpie, you know what I do for a living, right? You can't win with me. Smack be like, yo, keep it good, nigga, before I slap the shit out of you too, nigga. All right, bet. Damn, even Gina was gonna get that nigga beats. That's what I'm talking about. Chat, man. I ain't shit. Okay, next topic. Yo, did y'all see this shit? Yo, all my people, all my Chicagoans, y'all gotta see this shit. So, Trenches News, Chicago sometimes. Didn't know too much about this YouTuber. Apparently he did an interview on No Jumper with Adam, and I kind of watched part of it, not all of it. But here's the thing, look. Let me see. Oh, shit, my bad. Sharpie, you gotta slide. This how much Sharpie's a hoe. He gonna come back like, man, fuck all that. I ain't got no problem, my nigga AD and them. Yo, let's get in a boxing ring and we could squabbling. Yo, we could fuck all that, nigga. You getting marked out, nigga. Get active, nigga. Pick up a stick. Fuck. I don't hear none of that shit. Oh, you know, let's get in a boxing ring, like squabble up. You get marked out. Nigga, you down 0-2. Pick up a stick. Fuck that. I don't want to hear nothing else. Pick up a stick, nigga. We watching you get marked out in real time. Bro, you get marked out like that. You on camera looking like you about to do the... Nigga, you about to do the... Yo. Pick up a stick. You not picking up no stick? I get you. You would just... Nigga not picking up no stick, man. Let it be an OnlyFans chick. That nigga with Masika, he was getting active like he was about to move around. Crash out sharp. Anyway, Star Witness. Yo, chat, man. I'm the greatest that's ever done this online shit, man. There's no one ever better. Just remember that. Star Witness in the FBG Duck murder trial is a masked rap blogger. Holy. And a long-time government informant. Goddamn, Martell Wiley, who runs the popular Trenches News YouTube channel, was paid nearly $25,000 to cooperate with the government. A FBI agent testified Monday. This is him right here. Blogger focused on the lurid underbelly of the Chicago drill rap culture has been paid nearly $25,000 to cooperate with federal authorities investigating the killing of rapper FBG Duck, an FBI agent told jurors Monday. Martell Wiley, whose Trenches News YouTube channel has 114,000 subscribers, is expected to testify this week at the trial of 6 men charging the brazen attack in the Gold Coast on August 4th, 2020. Now, let me stop it there. I don't know too much about this. Never really watched his content. I've heard people mention Trench's news. And, after I departed the Chicago scene with the war in Chirac, there's been amazing people who, by the way, I'm giving the credit that I hope they deserve. They've done coverage of Chicago better than me. For whatever reason, y'all just found it more entertaining when I did it. But trust me, there's been so many people who cover Chicago way better than me, way more intricately. They gave you every detail. Like, Chicago Scene 88, I think he the GOAT. That nigga told me who killed who before the niggas got locked up. I was like, well, if he killed him, how is he so free? A year later, he locked up for it. I'm like, oh, shit. That's my guy, though. I don't even know who he is, but still, that's my guy. So, Trench's News YouTube channel, this is what I believe he's going to be providing to this investigation. They're calling him an informant, but I don't think he has any information that would be so detrimental. I don't think he has any information that would be like, oh, so-and-so told me that he killed so-and-so. No. Or so-and-so told me that he bought the car that drove to whatever to kill FBG Duck. I don't think that's what it is. You know how we're watching the YSL trial? In the YSL trial, basically, a lot of what is being said is, come on, girl princess, you trying to get up here. Nope. What's being said in the YSL trial is that they're qualifying experts. I think what they're going to qualify Trench's News YouTube channel as is an expert in dissecting these beefs and micro beefs within members and gangs that they could tie this to a gang killing. And the fact that, because according to the prosecutors, they said that King Von, God rest his soul, King Von had money on FBG Duck's head, and those members took action to kill him. And their actions before, their actions after, to have this guy cooperating, he could give some context towards the beef, towards what was leading up to the day of the inevitable demise of FBG Duck. And I think that's where he's going to come in, right? Now, why is he doing this? Because I'm looking at it, 114,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure you could make that amount of money maybe in a couple of months, and maybe not 1 month, with the content you're making if you have that. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it says there's been widespread speculation in the rap blogosphere that Wiley had violated the non-snitch street code and was identified in court documents as Cooperator 1, who prosecutors said provided information about the O-Block faction of the Black Disciples that's at the center of the murder and racketeering case. During an interview days before the trial began last month, he dispelled what he described as rumors while sidestepping the question about whether he had been paid to cooperate with law enforcement. Let's see what they were talking about. Here we go.
One of the biggest...
Oh, yo, Adam, man, you doing good work, man. Yo, Sharp, if Brick Baby don't give you a DP, I'm going to get Adam to give you a DP. But you might be on Plug Talk to get that DP. Pause. I ain't going to lie to you. It might be a different DP. You know what I mean? Yo, Adam, my boy. Adam, my nigga. Yo, you about to get a DP one way or another. Either Brick Baby about to get a DP or Adam going to give you the DP. Pause. Back to the regular scheduled programming.
Stories involving your name that has come out is that everybody's been treating it like gospel that you are cooperating on this whole FBG Duck murder case.
Yeah.
How did that even become a narrative, and what are your thoughts on this?
It became a narrative because I was talking to Butter online, playing with Butter like, yeah, ooh, me and Butter was playing and we was talking. He got on my page and I was like, Butter, man, be a civilian, woo, woo. Them, like that. And I ended up getting grabbed though by them. And I said that, and then everybody just, ran with it and, it made multiple stories, make stories every day, dragging on, like that. So I just figured like, I'm finna drop my book anyway, and ride it.
Because you could have kind of like cleaned it up a little bit earlier than you did, right? If you had really wanted to stop the rumor.
No, I got on that. My boy C Hood. Hey, can you come in here?
Sure.
Hey, C Hood.
We're gonna need to put another mic in if he wants to
Check
say
it out,
something
my
like
boy.
Yeah, so like, all right, so I know you've been seeing everyone thinks you're Cooperator 1 or whatever. But why are they saying Cooperator 1 so specifically? Because of like, he's from Newtown and he was in O Block in 2000.
You match up with the description?
Well, I was locked up, and you could pull my in 2006. 2006, I was in the Cook County jail waiting for boot camp. And 07, I went to boot camp. You know, so I wasn't in then. But you know, once they start saying that, you know, like multiple people grab it, you can't control it.
Yeah.
You really can't control the internet. You hear me? Like, you just can't say nothing. Oh, you already said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just going by my book. Attach my book link to it. You know, going by Chicago Drill. You gonna get more out of my book than you gonna get out of anybody content on YouTube, bro. Like, my book, the truth, bro. Like,
you want to set it up?
It's
yeah,
the truth.
Just go for it.
You know, so I just like run with it. Run with it. Do what you want to do with it. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, Duck my homie though. You know, that's my real homie. Like,
Is Trench's news from 63rd? He says Duck is his homie. Duck is from 63rd, right? How are they so cool? And why is he wearing a mask? Like, bro, we know your name, Martell Wiley. Nigga, you have a license. You have a state ID. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, this shiesty shit is only good when we don't know your government name. Nigga, your name is Martell Wiley. You're born in 03. You're like, my nigga. Like, nigga, your last 4 of your social security is 5429. Like, brother, why are you wearing a shiesty? Like, we know you. Nigga, we know you.
that's my real fucking homie. Over them guys, them, like over them, Doug my real homie. You know, it was just Kenny Mack just was my celly. He was my celly, you know what I'm saying? And he was involved with that. And then, you know, if you come home and you like, what up, big bro? Woo, woo. You texting a nigga, he texting you, you know, shit like that. And then after Doug died, you know, motherfucker still texting. But then you get grabbed and shit, and now it look like, oh, hold on. He be talking about Doug, right? You know, I'm always, shout out Doug, that's my boy.
Martell, come on, man. Talk to us like you was in the state attorney's office, man. Talk to us like you was in the U.S. District Attorney's office. Like, come on, bro.
You know what I'm talking about? So it could look like a picture of 1,000 words could mean anything. It could mean like, oh, did you backdoor him or did you, you know, anything. So
right.
I wouldn't want nobody to think that definitely not that, his family or none of that, because I'm close to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think, I did anything.
So that there was rumors that people was thinking like that? You had to clear it up to them? Like, it wasn't no backdoor?
Oh, yeah. It was like, shit.
Man,
yeah.
It's a lot of rumors that's going on and being said and thought about. Everybody got opening their mouth with something to say.
Yeah, it's just new. So when you
putting their input.
When you just like, if I keep on responding to it, you hear me? Like, it's going, they take my story and pick through it, and they try to pick through it, but he said this. Like, I flip through shit, man. He said that. I ain't never say none of that. Niggas say, oh man, they showed me a picture of C Hood. Do you know him? No, I don't know him. But he on my podcast or he in pictures or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck would I not say I don't know him for? Like,
so you know Kenny Mack, you knew Muab too?
No, I don't. I don't know him. Like, I know him from the videos or like shit like that. I don't know him. Like, I don't know him. You know.
Why would they ask you about?
I know Kenny Mack though. Like, I know him. I was in the cell with him. He rolled with me. You know, it's in my book though. I ain't gonna give up a lot of that shit, but it's in my.
Yeah, I love when this is that Keefy D shit. Yo, it's in my book, but I'm gonna tell y'all more on here that y'all need to read my book. We ain't reading the book, bro. We ain't even know you got a book. Nigga, you don't even tell us how to get the book. Nigga, just snitch right now. Like, don't snitch in the book. Snitch now. Don't snitch on the stand. Tell us now. Do the Keefy D. That's what we want. Yo, Trenches, I'm only disappointed in you if you were a YouTuber. Maybe you really love Duck and you just want to be a good citizen. And if that's the case, I fully support you. But brother, I know you're not doing this for money. $25,000 and they say you appeared over 12 times. Hell no. Nah. Them niggas is paying you $1,000 per piece to show up and give them information to snitch. Hell nah, bro. My snitching got to be worth a little bit more. My snitching got to be worth $100,000 a piece. Every time I give you some information, give me 100 bands. Snitching gonna make sense then. And it's not like this nigga was at risk of like going to jail unless maybe I don't know about it. But looked like he was just volunteer snitching. Hey, I don't got no problem with niggas volunteer snitching. You can volunteer snitch, but volunteer snitch for a good price. $1,000, nigga, you can just make a YouTube video. Just lie in the video. Like, what the fuck? You can't be a part-time snitch and a part-time YouTuber, nigga. Just be a full-time YouTuber and get the same amount of money. Was he caught on some charges or some shit? Why is he telling like that? My thing is, I like people who cooperate. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not like, yo, I ain't no street nigga. I'm just wondering, I'm like, bro, if they paid you only that amount of money to cooperate, nigga, you got severely underpaid.
A book about you know what I'm talking about, when I got into it about duck them. And this one, he wasn't known, no size and none of that. Like, I don't know him from old block. I never known he was, you know, in that shit, bro. He's from another block. He's from 72nd and Emerald, bro. Yeah, do your homework and see how far that is from what duck them from St. Lawrence, bro.
So Kenny Mack was a part of the O Block 5 that was picked up. So why is his name even getting brought up? Like, where did he fit in all this? For the people who don't know.
What you mean?
You know,
he part of the O Block 5.
Yeah, exactly. But he's not from O Block. So that's where everyone's like, how did he get?
All right, so this guy is telling.
bro.
So let's keep it going. Within days, he changed his tune in a bizarre video posted to his YouTube channel. So he posted this to his YouTube channel.
That trial started, man. That trial started.
I still don't know why he's wearing a mask. Yo, Martell, we see you. Yo, Martell, we could Google you. Mr. Wiley, we know your social security. Martell, we know where you buy groceries at. Like, what do you mean? Like, why are you wearing a shiesty? Martell, stop it. Yo, Martell, we got your Google AdSense information. Why are you doing this?
Gotta be the first person here, man.
Wait, he showed up to court early before everybody else? Oh, shit, he on that Charleston White shit. That nigga showed up before the bailiffs. That's a real nigga, man. It's a real truth teller. Fuck that.
Duck trial, man. Y'all make sure y'all. I don't know why I'm BC. I asked the judge.
So apparently he got a key card to the courtroom because, you know, like he's like expert, top telling guy. You know what's crazy? You know what people used to tell me? Aki, you know if you did the war in Chirac in Chicago, you'd be dead. I'm like, damn, maybe that's true. Wow. I guess good thing I wasn't from Chicago and I've never been there. Ain't this nigga from Chicago? I think he lived like 2 blocks from O Block. This nigga's over here, he's giving us a cribs tour of the courtroom of where he plans to snitch.
I don't know why I'm BC. I asked the judge, can I keep on my mask like in the Melly case? I really don't think they said I'll be sitting here. It's duck trial, man. Hey, they subpoenaed me to court. I gotta come here, man, and tell them, man, there ain't no more discrepancies. I'm here.
That's cap. They subpoenaed me to the X trial, nigga. They subpoenaed me, Drake, and a couple other niggas. Y'all seen us in court? Bro, ain't nothing wrong with you saying, man, I've been waiting to tell on a nigga. There's a few niggas I'm waiting to tell on too. They just ain't get caught yet. As soon as they get caught, I'm be like, yo, I'm gonna be volunteering. Hey, me. Send me up there. Yo, my turn. It's my turn to talk. Yeah. You want to talk. It's cool.
Long live Carlton, man. You know, hey.
I hate when the gangsters act like they're snitching as gangsters. Bro, no, come on, stop it.
This courtroom, they got some nice snacks downstairs. Ain't the average Italian beef and Pepsi, man, but they got they got fruit snacks. They got
free snacks. Sound like a good situation.
They got gyros and shit like that.
Little gyros for the fucking. I think you mean gyros for the fucking. They got like a snitch waiting room with all the snacks. Ooh, It's a little Scooby snack before you tell on a nigga.
They hooking us up. You hear me? They hooking us up. And they gave us $100.
You're hooking them up too. And you hooking them other niggas up to the fucking, you hooking up to the electric chair. That's what you hooking the niggas up who you telling on.
They hooking us up. And they gave us $100 gift card, man, to Bath and Body Works, you know? So, shit, I couldn't miss this opportunity.
What? $100 gift card? Okay.
I heard tomorrow they getting out $100 gift cards for Steak and Shake, so I'm gonna make sure I be Truth Teller here tomorrow too.
Oh, Steak and Shake be the hit.
But yeah, this the courtroom, man. Just had to show y'all, you know, don't live duck. Yeah. Yo, this Trenches News, live, reporting from you, from the Dirksen Federal Building, man. Today is Carlton Weekly Day in the O Block Sloppy 6, man. This is the trial of the century. We got Truth Teller in the washroom smoking coke and sniffing rocks, and then we have a couple more bloggers in here. But Trenches News was able to get early access to everything. And I know how you wondering how I'm still in here with my mask on. Hey, don't worry about that. Ask the cop who's on the stand for Melly. Now, with that being said, I'll be back at y'all with more updates on the news, on this news report. I will bring you the latest. And shout out to the people who left the donuts and the coffee this morning. It was nice and hot. The donuts was creamy. And they gave us some gift cards, man. I don't know anybody who do that. They don't do that in Cook County Jail, man. So shout out to all the federal people who made this happen, man. This Trenches News, man. I'll be back at y'all at 4 o'clock.
Oh, shit. Within day, okay, wearing a signature face mask in an empty courtroom. He said it was in the Dirksen Federal Courthouse, and he admitted he was testifying in what he described in the trial of a century. They subpoenaed me to court. I gotta come here, man, and tell him, man, it ain't no more discrepancies. I'm here. Long live Carlton. He said in the video referring to Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly. FBI Special Agent Kevin Doyle testified Monday that Wiley called the Chicago Police Department a day after the shooting. Yes! That's a good Samaritan. You killed the homie, I'm going to call in with a fucking anonymous tip. I'm going to put my name behind it. Actually, I wouldn't do that, but unless it's my real friend. Well, I guess it's his real friend, right? And he offered to help with the investigation. Doyle says Wiley was paid $25,000 over 15 installments for his FBI cooperation that began in 2021. He would provide background information, he reviewed surveillance footage, and reviewed social media postings. Doyle said, noting that Wiley was dropped as an informant for a time when he grew unresponsive. Oh, he was dropped. Okay. Prior to his testimony, one of the rough used twice. What the fuck? And details. During that time, he lived at Parkway Gardens. That's O Block. Police said the gang faction. Oh man, this is good. Nah, this is real. This is some real nigga shit. Okay, I'll see what's cracking. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this changes the whole outlook of these newer blogs. You know, obviously I cover Chicago, and a lot of people thought I knew information I should have known. It was all given to me publicly, or not publicly, but either by people DMing me or I would just look up tweets. These days, the newer people who are covering Chicago and other places, they're really in tune with the community. And I thought there were niggas who was just doing their thing. But now that we realize that some of them are cooperating, I think people have to start looking at this whole new blogosphere when it comes to covering crime differently. When I covered all this crime, I'm not saying like, shit, when I covered the war in Chirac, if the police wanted to look at, said, wait, what the fuck? We about to look into this. Okay, y'all could go look into this, whatever, because, I mean, it's public available documents. But I wasn't assisting the cops, or I wasn't talking to these guys and then feeding the information to the cops. This is some new shit. You know what I mean? This is like some real Chicago shit. And I ain't gonna lie to you, Now that I'm finding out that niggas did this for $25,000, I'm like, holy shit. I'm going to just take my name out of the hat. I didn't create none of this shit. Because you know what they love to say about me? Yo, Ak, you the one who made this shit popular. No. I never heard that Ak told no federal agent nothing. Stop it. This is some Chicago shit. The niggas who been blogging, they not getting paid. Y'all rappers getting paid and y'all robbing people. They want to get their payment, so they start snitching on y'all for the check. Oh, my sweet Jesus. All right, people. It's crazy. This kind of came down to pipelines, and I was kind of wondering what the fuck was this about. So it says Kanye tried to buy out Lil Durk. Okay. So here's the thing. So Kanye West essentially dropped a song, and he performed part of the song. It's called Vultures. He has Ty Dolla $ign on it and Bump J. But Lil Durk was also on the song, and this is what happened, at least when he performed it here. Oh, this Durk right here, right? Ooh, got pregnant in the threesome, so whose baby is it? Yeah. He said, this ain't Jimmy Butler, but the heat got expenses or something? What? He said, this ain't Columbine, but we came in what? We came in with the trenches. That's Ty Dolla. Okay, anyway. Apparently Durk had 2 verses on this shit, and a lot of people say Durk went crazy. Now, here's the thing. The official version of the song will not feature Durk, and one of the reasons people thought that maybe Kanye was hating on Durk. He just didn't want to put Durk's version on it, right? Now we get to find out that maybe it was more than that. Here's this. It says, Kanye West wants to continue his working relationship with Durk. TMZ reports that Ye is looking to buy out Durk Yo's contract with 300 Records, and it's currently, by the way, it's not 300 Records, it's Alamo. It's Alamo. He's signed to Alamo. He's currently in discussions with the label. Yeezy landed on the idea that his and Ty Dolla signed new Vulture record with Durk and Bump J. So insiders told the outlet that Todd Moskowitz, which is the person who he co-founded 300, but he owns Alamo. So he co-founded 300, he exited Alamo. No, he exited 300, he owns Alamo, which Durk is signed to. Durk and Rod Wave is signed to Alamo. And Todd Moskowitz. Now, Moskowitz sounds like a guy who might be caring about some of these lyrics, right? Moskowitz. Is that a Jewish name or like a Russian? I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, who co-founded 300? Okay, the founder of CEO of Alamo Records did not clear Durk. Oh wow, he didn't clear Durk to appear. Keep in mind, Durk has gotten cleared to appear on Boston Richie's song, other upcoming artist song, but he didn't clear Durk to appear on Kanye West's new album. Durk and Ye previously appeared on Cardi B's Hot Shit together in mid-2022. So it's not like a Durk and Kanye thing. It looks like it's what Kanye's talking about, this thing. Over the weekend, Ye, Durk, Ty, and Bump J gave their first performance of Vultures at the nightclub Blue Dubai. Their appearance came amid reports that Ye and Ty were working on a collaborative project in Aloha, Saudi Arabia. Late last week, he was seen partying with Ty, Chris Brown, and Bianca Censuri at the Royal Atlantic Hotel in Dubai, where they listened to Vultures. In the song, Ye addresses his anti-Semitism controversy, saying, "How am I anti-Semitic? I just fucked a bit," he says. He's made a numerous amount of anti-Semitic remarks, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Is Todd Moskowitz Jewish? Todd Moskowitz. Is he? Oh, wait. Oh, Todd Moskowitz is Jewish. You know, one thing I could appreciate about people of Jewish descent, and I don't know how to properly term them, Jewish descent or Jewish religion, is that when they hear fuck shit relating to their culture or their race or their religion, they don't just ignore it. They stop it. Todd Moskowitz is essentially Lil Durk's boss. And if Lil Durk is going to be on a song with a nigga talking about Jewish people, and by the way, you might think it's not offensive to Jewish people, but Jewish people, based on backlash, claim is derogative or offensive to Jewish people. The thing with Jewish people is they don't stand for that shit. You see, niggas will let a white dude disrespect niggas as long as they're getting the money from it. Or they'll co-sign a white dude who's racist that says nigga as long as they're on payroll from said white boy. Not with these people. Nah, ain't gonna happen. So basically, he owns the record label that Durk could drop records through, and he shut that shit down. No, Durk. We don't care if you're from Chirac or nowhere else, nigga. You will not get on no track. You could disrespect all the GDs or whatever. You could be GDK. You could talk about shoulda ducked. You could talk about smoking on Tuka and everybody else. But if you get on a fucking song with somebody saying he fucked up, somebody said the song was cleared? You know what's so funny about the controversy? And I hear you. I said, let me look on Spotify. Somebody said the song was cleared. The song wasn't cleared initially. I know it for a fact because all them when I posted this, all them labels hit me up because they didn't like the press about it. The press looked weird. Let me look. Kanye West. Vultures. By the way, apparently he had two different versions or two different verses. Okay, so there's a version without Durk and there's a version with Durk. Okay, so let me show this in perspective, right? Sorry. Kanye. Here we go. So the version that has Durk only has 500,000 plays. The version without Durk, right? The version without Durk that has Ty Dolla $ign, Kanye, and Bump J has 7.5. You know what that means? The version with Durk was released afterwards. It wasn't the main version. That's all it means. It just wasn't the main version. It wasn't the main version. Okay? So for all y'all saying that it got cleared, it probably got cleared because of the controversy. That's what you should probably know. Which means when everybody's hitting me up like, oh no, that's not happening. No one's blocking Durk's records. How come Durk's song wasn't initially released with the others? And why did Kanye have to put out that headline that he's trying to buy the nigga out of a contract? Come on, man. We ain't dumb, man. I do business with these things, but come on, we're not dumb. Like, we're not stupid. Come on, man. Here's the point. We don't got to speak directly because, we can't speak about certain shit because, listen, you could diss black people, everybody else, chill with the gays. You can't mess with the gays. But everybody else is up for disrespect except certain people. There's few groups. It is what it is. You know what it is. Okay? And your favorite gangster ignorant rapper is controlled by them too. That's a fact. That's what I'm going to say. Let's move on. Get this off my screen too. All right. What else? What else? Wait. So we did this. We did this. We did this. We did this. Did I do this? I did. Wow, I did a bunch today. We've only been live for like 3 hours. Somebody said, I'm not scared of what? No, I am scared of them. You're right. Oh, okay. Let's play this real quick, and I'm about to heat up my Chick-fil-A while this is happening. So apparently they said the day that T.I. and his son, Mrs. Oh, we didn't get to YSL trial too. His son, King, let me see. T.I. King Complex. They did an interview, and this is supposedly why they were beefing. I'm going to play this interview, and then I'm going to grab my food, and I will be back in like 3 minutes.
Go.
Watch this interview. Here we go. Why is there no audio? Did you not hear it? Wait, am I tripping? Why did the audio go out? Give me 1 second. Did I fix it? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, that muted?
Earlier than you did.
Oh, I did. Nigga say if it ain't about the money. By the way, Young Thug killed T.I. on his own song.
You're right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now, which one did you? Hustle, don't stop, it keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Again, I'm not a parent, and you know I'm speaking obviously in a realm that I'm not that familiar with. But I think with age and experience and becoming a parent, it becomes so humble. Because I could tell T.I. really want to be like, yo, son, you don't know shit about shit. Like, you know, he's even correcting him like, yeah, you mean Carter 3. Like, this nigga's saying some answers that I know T.I. don't really respect, but because he wants to respect his son as a man, he's letting him get it off. Hey, I gotta be honest, man. I thought this was kind of dope. I absolutely thought that was dope. By the way, I had gotten, let me see. I got a message about their whole situation.
Yep.
Apparently somebody knows him. They say, yo, listen, man. Hey, I want to give you some information about King Harris. They said, Miss Diane, the grandmother, they said she did not live in the hood. She was regular middle to upper middle class neighborhood. She was married to an actual well-known music entertainer. They didn't say who it was. They said King wanted to stay there because Diane spoiled him and will let him do whatever. Discipline at home, but not at Granny's house. King was always a problem child. Always a lot of mouth while other kids was cool. He did graduate from high school with honors. I wish that he would learn a trade or go to school instead of wanting to be a rapper. Both parents were entertainers growing up, so they were in and out, and T.I.'s sister / mom and Tiny's mom would help out. T.I.'s other kids were mostly with their mothers and well-mannered. King is obsessed with the hood and looks and sounds like a fool. Shaking my head. That felt like almost like a decent assessment of what he got going on. No? What y'all think about that? That kind of seemed decent. Regardless, I think I told you yesterday my boy's charging $10K an interview. I gotta hit Vlad. I gotta hit Vlad to see if he's gonna pay that. But my boy definitely did put out there that if y'all do want to talk to him, it'll be $10K an interview, or you don't want to talk. Now, yo, we're gonna go real quickly to some YSL trial, updates. And I know we didn't fully cover everything and as the days go by, we're going to lock in, especially once it gets to real witnesses. We're going to lock it in real time. Right now, we're not locked in real time with the YSL case, but we will. Okay? Here's the thing. Let me see. So we're still kind of going over opening statements and other things of the sort. And for example, in opening statements, let me pull this up. In opening statements, you're gonna hear a very interesting part, actually. Let me see. No, not that. Give me 1 second. Is it this? Maybe it's this. Or maybe it's this, actually. Let me see. A song. So basically, they're explaining, or his lawyer was explaining pretty much most of the things he's accused of and kind of like pretty much cop and please. But it goes further than that. And I know we touched on a few things because they were posted on Instagram, but we didn't really get into like the whole full thing of the trial. Listen to some of this.
Because he isn't writing down. Drugs. They searched for gangsters. They're in the studio. They are creating music for us to listen to.
This is after he calls them pseudonyms.
First one, that's April 20th, 2014. It's a song released on social media, a song called Ooh. Red just like Elmo, but I never effing give go. YFL won't fold, pick his A off a balcony, off in the balcony. There's no evidence anyone got picked off a balcony. YSL, wife at ends, nose, which I showed you. I'm an F for the cash. Then she's getting robbed by Tick. Tick is another name for Trontidius C. He will tell you he had a rough life. He's been in custody. In a Bentley on Wesley, getting trailed by sniper, there's no evidence of that. Jeff released a song on YouTube, it's called Slime, S-H-I. Hey, this slime, S-H-I. Hey, YSL, H-H-I. Hey, killing 12, that means police, S-H-I. Hey, flick a jail, S-H-I. Hey, cooking white brick, that would be like making crack cocaine. I'm not new at this, hey, I'm so true to this, hey, I done put a whole slime on 100 licks. Slime or get slimed. I'm the VIP and I got that pistol on my hip. You praying that you live, I'm praying that I hit. Hey, this that same slime, S-H-I. FF the police, and a high speed. Hundreds of rounds of the Tahoe. The next line has taco. These are rhyming. There are not 100 rounds in the Tahoe of Mr. Donovan Thomas. You'll have no evidence when that lyric was even created. Prosecution doesn't care.
By the way, you know what I've thought about? And you guys process this and maybe you could answer this and maybe we could talk about it. As much as I know artists want to have this integrity about, writing their own rhymes, if I was a lawyer here, I would look at Thug and say, hey, listen, is there a collaborator you've worked with, whether a producer or somebody who's in a studio who's not involved in none of these crimes, that we could just say, well, obviously it would probably have to be backed up by maybe publishing or some shit like that, that we could just say, you don't write your lyrics. You're just a performer. So whatever you say on those records, you're reciting the lyrics of somebody else. It kind of absolves you from those lyrics, doesn't it? And I'm wondering why not go that route rather than explain each line and be like, oh no, he's only saying it because he's trying to fit in with the other rappers.
These are release dates. They have no clue that this is what they're giving to you. And is it 100 rounds in a Tahoe, like bullets hit a Tahoe? Or is there someone driving a Tahoe with 100 rounds in it? It's up to the listener, I guess.
What the fuck? Wait. Did this shit just mute up again? Sorry.
In 2019, that shooting happened on January 26, 2015. There's no connection. Plus, why Belushi? He still mentions Jeffrey. That's how bad his album is.
What?
He says in 2016. Plus, why Belushi? He still mentions Jeffrey. That's how bad his album is.
Did he say that's how bad his album is? Yo, this is a petty lawyer. No fucking way he just did YFN Lucci. He did YFN Lucci like that.
He still mentions Jeffrey. That's how bad his album is. He says in 2016 how he slept with Jeffrey's fiance. These are just lyrics. These are art.
By the way, and I see some people keep saying like, yo, if you're gonna be juvenile and watching me cover this case, you have to exit stage left. I get it, you love Thug or you love whatever, but you gotta can't be a juvenile. Me breaking this down and knowing what the prosecutor is probably gonna retort with this shit, it's not snitching. It's being smart. Everything is public consumption. Like for example, like he just said, well, Young Thug had said I shot at his mommy, so he don't mention me, and he's saying, well, the guy kept mentioning Young Thug. Well, not because let's say if Young Thug did shoot at his mom, that don't mean he's not gonna respond ever again. But also, as he says, wife and Lucci rapped about sleeping with Young Thug's girl, and he's like, it's just lyrics. Well, it's more than just lyrics, because if you go back to social media postings, and I could listen again. Remember, I'm not prosecuting these guys, but you don't think a prosecutor is gonna be like, yo, Jerica Carley, YFN Lucci, and who's the other person, and Young Thug. There's whole screenshots. Look, there's whole articles. YFN Lucci continues Young Thug beef, claims he slept with Carley multiple times.
I'm saying, what y'all want me to tell y'all?
What happened? What happened?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't speak on that. You feel me?
Is it about a girl, yeah?
Nope.
I don't know. He probably be, his girl. You know how she was about me. So,
That's what I saw. I saw that you said you slept with his girl. Is that what it's about?
I was in the bed with her a couple times.
Wait, she said that's a lie, though. She said that's a lie.
Man, hey, we ain't gonna talk on that, though. 650 Lou out.
Look, imagine someone speaking on your name that you never fucked, blah, blah, blah.
You lame ass. You clout chasing ass, goofy ass. You clout chasing ass, weak ass. Listen, hey, I ain't stopping nothing. Been in bed with who? Been in bed with who? On my whole mother family, you lying. On my mama life, on the woman I love the most, never been in bed with you. Tell what you really mad at. Tell why you really mad. You liar. DM right now saying, I ain't say I you. I said you want me. You lame, clout chasing, weak ass.
Okay.
Really mad. Tell why you really mad. You liar. DM right now saying, I ain't say I said you want me. You lame, clout chasing, weak ass. What's wrong with you? Clout chase. What type of chasing? No, you lying, bitch. It's still around. It's still around. They don't even know you. Lame. Stop playing. Goofy ass. Lying ass. You know you a liar. You know yourself and your soul. You a hoe. A hoe. Woo. You ain't never got no smoke with nobody in the city of Atlanta. Know you a hoe. And I'm saying in my mother.
Okay. Oh, there's more?
Yep, and I'm too pretty. Peace. His should be so embarrassed. Like I said the first time. I'm out. Yeah.
All right, then Thug was like, your wife, and if I didn't like what you do for your mother, I would have been killed you. That's kind of where all that came from, right? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get back to this.
Movies?
Oh, this is what that is.
Music don't get from
Oh, how did I get this on?
Next. September 16, 2019. Mr. Arnold, Jeffrey Williams, just how it is. Jeffrey supposedly saying, I escaped every one of the licks because I was supposed to be rich. I don't care nothing about no cop. I'm telling you just how it is. Hit him with a Mac now, his whole body scabbed. I done for the crew, I done did the robbing, I done did the jacking, now I'm full-time rapping. Last end tried me, almost got popped at Lennox. Ask the cops, ask the detectives. They all know the business. Ask the cops, ask the detectives. All the jurisdictions. Gave a lawyer close to $2 million. He handles all the killings. We don't speak about S on wax. It's all mob business. We know to kill the biggest cats of all the kittens, and that has to be Donovan Thomas, right? It just has to be Donovan Thomas. There's no evidence that that's true. That's what you're told. $2 million for the lawyer to handle all the killings. The authorities got all of Jeffrey's finances. How much money Jeffrey paid to lawyers? For other people? Hardly any. You'll see a chat that Jeffrey's asked to pay $2,500 to someone's lawyer. He doesn't even do that. He's asked to pay for lawyers all the time. Who doesn't do it? He's not the head of a conspiracy. He's not in a conspiracy. They are lyrics. The next one.
Watch this.
It's December 18, 2020. This is Mr. Kendrick, Mr. Kitchens, Jeffrey. And they released a music video, Take It to Trial. This is a very popular song. This song was based on another song called Take It to Trial. They changed the lyrics. So that was the inspiration. Take this MF trial. I rep for my...
Yo, this... You know what's so crazy? I used to say Sexy Red looked like him. I think he looked like Sexy Red.
My life for real. For slimes you know I kill. Trial. I done beat it twice. State. I'm undefeated like feds. Came and snatched me. I don't know. No point in asking. I was unbelievable, and that would be like Cleveland, except the C was dropped for the B. Stuck like a magnet. B-I-T-A-S-S. And I shot at your mommy. Need to stand down. I up my stamina. Take it to trial. Get an appeal. Take it to trial.
He looked over like, y'all hope y'all not think I really did that.
Yeah, you're gonna whack him. Pay for the casket. It's just if we whack him. My young ends pulling up Bentleys. Ass.
That nigga said, damn, that shit hard.
Get an appeal. Take it to trial. Yeah, you're gonna whack him. Pay for the casket. It's just if we whack them, my young ends pulling up Bentleys, Aston Martins, those Teslas strapped with the FM, choppers, carbons. YSL, slimy and shady. Watch me whack that B, pop 'em like a cyst, Glock with the assist.
Woo!
That is your confession. Stuff goes around the world. Now it's held literal, Jeffrey. It's outrageous. The next one. It's April 16, 2021. Jeffrey released a song on YouTube. Really be slime. The lyrics, my end really, they slime. we committing them crimes. Hop out and shoot. Roll one up for the gang. Want to be slime? 21, Mr. Arnold, Mr. Kitchens, Jeffrey, did appear in a video titled Ski. I F with slime.
Okay, let's get like a summary of what's kind of happening so far, because I know we have kind of missed every minor detail, but let's look at the major
rule
ones.
on that issue.
You said that you would do it later as it came
Okay,
in.
well, here's the thing. Later is now. I got a jury in the box, so you could have asked me that an hour. I mean, we had time this morning. I could have gone through that this morning and made clarity on it for both sides.
So I wish that the court would just follow their own instruction.
Well, I'll follow my instructions when you all bring to my attention what you need to in a timely manner.
Day one of the Young Thug criminal trial was smooth sailing, went off without a hitch. I'm just kidding. It was a bit of a mess. We're going to dive into 7 developments from the start of this major RICO case. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Well, folks, we are finally here. The first day in the Young Thug RICO trial out in Georgia. Pretty unbelievable, right? I mean, almost a year of jury selection. We did a sidebar previously about all the twists and turns in this case. The jurors, the attorneys, the defendants all getting in trouble with the court. 9 defendants took plea deals. 1 defendant still on the run. 12 defendants' cases were severed from the rest. And after all of this, this trial has now begun for 6 defendants. And that includes rapper Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Lamar Williams. Now, he and his co-defendants are charged under Georgia's RICO or Racketeering Act, namely that they are all part of this criminal enterprise, that they're engaged in murder, robbery, assault, and so forth. Young Thug himself, he faces 8 charges, and he is considered by prosecutors to be the leader of this criminal enterprise. And according to prosecutors, that criminal enterprise or gang is known as YSL or Young Slime Life. Now, the prosecutors allege that Young Thug started YSL back in 2012. It's also known as Young Stoner Life and is the name of the artist's music label. But now we are in day 1. Actually, I should tell you, we started an hour late because a juror had car trouble. But as you'll see, that wasn't the only delay in court. Oh, no. And the start of this trial, what do we always have? We have opening statements, right? The opportunity for each side to lay out their case for the jury. This came after the judge provided jury instructions. Okay, so let's start this up. And of course, we're going to start with the prosecution. It's their burden. It's their case. So we hear from Fulton County Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrienne Love. And I got to first highlight how she started off her opening statement with a poem.
Now, this is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. And the wolf that shall keep it may prosper, but the wolf that shall break it must die. As the creeper that girdles the tree trunk, the law runneth forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Well, that's right. A little Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book for you. Unique way to start off a criminal trial. The idea, of course, is that YSL operated as a pact. And that's going to be an important theme in this case, right? That the actions taken by the YSL members was not to benefit themselves as individuals, but rather the collective gang with Williams at the top. That's how you prove the main RICO charge. Hey there, everybody. So you know from watching Law and Crime how important protecting your loved ones is and self-defense, right? Well, that is why we have teamed up with Palm Pepper Spray, a very proud sponsor of Law and Crime. Whether it is the keychain, Palm Original, or something bigger, like I'm holding the Palm MK3, Palm has you totally covered. And we got a big announcement today, and only today. Palm is taking over our entire YouTube channel, and they are offering a special 20% off of your entire order when you...
And who did commit criminal street gang activity, that is crimes, that were intended to further the purposes and advance the directives of YSL itself. So YSL, as the evidence will show, they didn't move individually. The members and associates of YSL, they moved like a pack, with the defendant Jeffrey Williams as its head. Their members commit crimes on behalf of the gang. They commit crimes such as armed robbery, hijacking, motor vehicle theft by receiving, stolen firearms, so many stolen firearms, possession of a machine gun, and narcotics sales. And last but certainly not least, murder. You're going to hear that this gang stole at least 3 lives from this community over the last 10 years. At least 3 that are referenced in this indictment. You'll find that as a result of this gang's activities, a young woman who had nothing to do with either YSL or any of their opposition was gunned down by people trying to get back at YSL for what they did. You'll hear evidence that after the murder of Donovan Thomas,
That's not.
no less than 50 shootings occurred over the course of the next several months.
Now, that is part of her opening statement, laying out what all of this means, and it kind of gives you a summary. But what Love also did was she took the time to explain what RICO is. What is RICO? Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization. Alias Ryan in another case. The jury shouldn't have seen that. Says this is grounds for a mistrial. The jury can't unsee what they saw. Well, Judge Earl Glanville, he denied the motion, and he said, look, I'll provide an instruction to the jury that will correct the record. Seems fine, right? Not so simple. Because then other defense attorneys stood up and said they noticed there were mistakes in the state's PowerPoint.
All right, Mr. Matthews.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning to the Honorable Court.
By the way, this is a shit show. This shit took so long to get started, so long to pick a jury, and even then, they're still having procedural issues. Like, yo, you're supposed to submit the PowerPoint to the attorneys who are going to be in the defense. You ain't do that. You're mentioning certain shit that should not be mentioned in front of a jury in open court. Now, obviously, this judge is frustrated with his whole case. He's not going to call a mistrial. But what it's going to do is that it's given multiple grounds of possibly appeal that even if he was found guilty, they could definitely have multiple grounds to appeal it on.
I'd like to direct the state's attention to slide 15. In slide 15, the third bullet point. Number 2, the quote in the indictment is different from the quote in the PowerPoint. So that's 2 errors in slide 15 pertaining to Marquez Hewitt. In the state's opening presentation, the date they have is October 1, 2020, but in the indictment, that particular overt act is November 16, 2020. So that's the third error in the state's opening slide presentation. So those need to be corrected to mirror the indictment.
On behalf of Mr. Stillwell, slide number 47, it suggests that Mr. Stillwell is still committing crimes on behalf of the gang even after being indicted on these charges. And my understanding was that anything that you had not ruled upon, we were not supposed to reference or discuss in opening statements. So those are clear references to unindicted charges that we did not get a ruling on its admissibility yet.
Do I have any further objection? Are there any further objections to the state's PowerPoint?
Your Honor, I was unaware that there were changes. I apologize. No one told me that. I didn't get an email to that or text.
I told you all to do that during lunch. That was my last conversation with you all before I went ahead and broke for lunch. You know, you all don't listen to the court, and it's going to get you all in a lot of hot water. You need to listen to me when I tell you something, and don't rely upon your own understanding. These jurors are waiting back there. We are dallying out here. So, You didn't follow my instructions, Mr. Steele. I mean, that's what I asked you all to do. I asked you all to share each. We're already behind to begin with. Any further objections?
And on slide 10 and 13, they misquoted the Instagram post.
They misquoted it?
Yes, they did. It says, I bet YSL make the news tonight. That's not what the Instagram post says.
Your Honor, we actually copied the Instagram post into slides 10 and 13.
And it does not say tonight.
I'm sorry. Okay. I will take out the words tonight.
Look at this nigga.
Oh boy. So Judge Glanville clearly upset. The jurors are waiting. And Judge Glanville actually said at one point that one of the attorneys was hijacking his bench by bringing up an issue at the 11th hour. You have the various defense attorneys. They're saying they didn't get the appropriate copies of the state's presentation, but they also didn't apparently follow the judge's instructions on how to review the state's PowerPoint for any issues during the court break. But there were apparently mistakes in the presentation to begin with. So at one point, Judge Glanville gets so fed up, he threatens that no one now can use PowerPoints in their opening statements. But defense attorneys are like, we did nothing wrong. We sent our PowerPoints over to the state well in advance, and we need them. We're not prepared. So finally, in the end, the judge did allow edited, redacted versions of the slides and PowerPoints. And after over 2 hours, the jury finally came back in to hear the continuation of the opening statements. This is day one, folks. Okay, my opinion, just a mess. Just a mess. Not unexpected when you're dealing, though, with 6 defendants, multiple charges, RICO, over 100 overt acts. This trial is scheduled to last 3 to 6 months. Could it be longer? I don't know. But let's go back to Prosecutor Love. So,
okay, by the way, also, the judge right now in current trial is apparently ruling on maybe a mistrial. Give me a second. Or was about to talk about it. Give me a second. So you know how they were talking about mistrial in day 1? It's like day 3, and apparently the judge called all the lawyers into his chambers, and he's really thinking about in day 3 maybe ruling this as a mistrial. Which, by the way, that would be a win for Jeffrey, because I don't know if the state's prepared to spend the same amount of money and resources to try these guys again. So they might be like,
in the picture on the left, you also see the wearer throwing a B hand sign that's associated with blood games.
This nigga, he got the smile like, yo, we did it.
So here.
Okay. Anyway, the judge is mulling over the decision now, so we're gonna go back to this. But apparently, there might be a mistrial, and apparently, the judge has been so frustrated with the state, the whole process. The defense attorneys keep objecting left and right because they're like, yo, this is not right. Yo, they're misquoting people. They're not giving a shit in timely fashion. They're saying shit that was agreed that would not be saying in court. Yo, you're like prejudicing the jury. And the judge, like, my boy's just like, he's upset.
She continues on with her opening statement after this very long break. And here is where she focuses again on the leader of this alleged criminal enterprise, Jeffrey Williams, or Young Thug.
The evidence is going to show that the defendant, Jeffrey Williams' words and actions also betray his participation in the conspiracy. He rented a car, which happened to be a silver Infiniti sedan, that other YSL members, among them Demonte Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell, used when they openly and notoriously gunned down Donovan Thomas on January the 10th of 2015. I expect yet another YSL associate will come in here and tell you that Jeffrey Williams paid them money gave them money to go to Miami and lay low in the wake of the Donovan Thomas murder. Vivian Garlington, who isn't before you for your consideration today, but who is in fact a YSL associate and co-conspirator of these defendants. He posted a video of the defendant, Jeffrey Williams, looking into the camera and saying these words. So, I think lie to their mama, lie to their kids, lie to their brothers and sisters, and then get right into the courtroom and tell the God's honest truth. Don't get it. Y'all need to get killed, bro. That's from me and YSL. The defendant's words tell you that there is an enterprise.
Okay, next in Prosecutor Adrian Love's opening statement in day one of the Young Thug RICO trial, she moves on to this controversial piece of evidence in this case, rap lyrics, specifically Williams and co-defendant Diamante Kendrick's lyrics, to be precise. Now, the judge previously ruled that 17 sets of lyrics can be used as evidence. Now, this didn't come without a lot of blowback from First Amendment advocates and defense attorneys. Does this stifle or violate someone's freedom of speech and artistic expression? It's a fair question. I mean, there's already been criticism that rap lyrics in general are predominantly used against black defendants in trials. But Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis, who is overseeing this prosecution, has said, quote, "I believe in the First Amendment. It's one of our most precious rights. However, the First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using lyrics as evidence if it is such." And that idea was echoed by Prosecutor Love when she told the jury that they weren't chasing the lyrics, they were chasing the murders and found the lyrics.
Lyrics that have an uncanny similarity to very true and very real and quite specific events, as the evidence will show. Jeffrey Williams' words that he promotes through songs with beats behind them, they aren't random. He tells you, as the evidence will show, take this to trial. I rep my life for real. What? For slimes, you know I kill. Trial, I done beat it twice. Hindrance, I'm undefeated, like feds came and snatched me. I don't know, no point in asking. I was on what? Believely.
Bleeding.
Stuck like a magnet. I shoot at your man, you need to stand down. I up my stamina, take it to trial. Get an appeal, take it to trial. Yeah, you're gonna whack him. Pay for that casket, that's just if we whack him. My young pulling up. Bentleys, Austin Martins, Rares and Teslas strapped with an FN. You're gonna hear a lot about FNs. Watch me whack that. Pop them like assist. Glock with the assist. Incidentally, the gun at the home of Jeffrey Williams on May of 2022 that had been modified with that switch, it was a Glock. He tells you, we committing them crimes. Hop out and shoot. Roll one up for the gang. He's not using gang colloquially. The evidence will show he's telling you they are a gang.
Okay, so again, that's part of the prosecution's opening statement. Then we heard from the defense. Let me clarify that a bit. We heard some of the defense opening statement from one attorney. Obviously, with the delays in court, that is not surprising. In day two, we will hear more from the opening statements from the other defense attorneys representing other clients. But here we have defense attorney Max Shart, who is representing Shannon Stillwell. Stillwell is accused of not only RICO, but other charges, including murder. Now, Shart talks about Stillwell's past, trying to be a rapper, struggling to make money to fund that rap dream, and how he ultimately entered the drug trade. But, and this is very important, Shart says what Stillwell was doing was to benefit himself, not YSL.
The state has alleged in their overt acts, okay? These are acts that they claim prove that there's some RICO conspiracy afoot. You'll hear that on August 23rd, 2013, Shannon was charged with possession of marijuana with intent to distribute approximately 1 ounce over 10 years ago. And you'll hear that he pled guilty and did his time. You'll hear that in September 25th of 2019, he was arrested and charged with possession of a firearm. And he took responsibility and he did his time. We're not hiding from the fact that Shannon Stillwell has sold drugs. We're not hiding from the fact that he's been found in possession of marijuana. We're not hiding from the fact that he's been found in possession of a firearm, which is always synonymous with selling drugs. These are his path, his past, his truth, and they were his decisions. His motivation was to make money for him, to live, to pay rent, to eat. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not hiding from the past. But the evidence will show that Shannon's decisions, starting over 10 years ago, had nothing to do with YSL or any other organization. You won't hear evidence that Shannon was selling marijuana and then calling someone from YSL saying, hey, I got some money to support the organization, or calling Jeffrey Williams and saying, hey, I got some money for you, man. No, it was for him. He was a drug dealer. He pled guilty. He did his time.
That is an important theme. Trying to distance yourself away from the alleged gang. Talking about important themes in this case, this for the defense, I imagine we will hear that more from other defendants. Now, Sharp also focused upon the state's case, and particularly the murder charges, and how informants cannot be trusted. That they are looking to make deals and say whatever they have to say to prosecutors and to law enforcement to make that happen. And he highlights one particular situation that is very interesting concerning the murder of Donovan Thomas.
Detective Thorpe is the Atlanta Police Department detective that was assigned this case in January 2015, and you'll hear that he gathered the evidence from the crime scene. There was no DNA, there was no fingerprints of value, and there were no eyewitnesses on January 10, 2015. On October 19, 2015, 9 months and 9 days after the Donovan Thomas shooting, a man named Nicholas Robinson was arrested on the streets of Atlanta, brought to Fulton County Jail for various pending charges. And you will hear evidence that Mr. Robinson decided he needed help. You'll hear that he contacted the Atlanta Police Department and got in touch with Detective Thorpe. And Detective Thorpe came out and interviewed this Nicholas Robinson. That Nicholas Robinson told Detective Thorpe that he saw it all. And he saw the people that were inside the car. And he gave names. Nicholas Robinson said, I saw Antonio Sledge. He came out the sunroof shooting. I saw Kenneth Copeland. He was in the front passenger seat. I saw Demetrion Garlington. He was the driver of this car. Quindarius Zachary, he wasn't there, but he supplied the gun to Antonio Sledge. And yes, I saw Shannon Stillwell, my client, in the back, passenger side, shooting a handgun. You'll learn that during this interview with Nicholas Robinson, it wasn't only Detective Thorpe. There was another investigator there, an investigator Gaither. And while Detective Thorpe was talking to Nicholas Robinson, Detective Gaither was doing some investigation of her own and looking into Nicholas Robinson and who this guy was who had just been arrested. And
okay, so that was day one. I'm trying to see if we can find some shit about day two, but pretty much like it's the trial is happening now. I'll point out one of the things because this kind of came about on social media, And I seen a lot of people commenting on this, and I want to give some realistic conversation about it. Give me 1 second. Okay. So people had posted that, during the Law and Crimes stream, they showcased part of the jury, and part of the jury is seen right here. And a lot of people, if you even look at the comments here, they said, yo, damn, the jury black. They said thuggin' 4. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying, oh, shit, because the jury's black, it's going to be a cakewalk. Now, you can actually look up the jury for the demographics, and it's a Young Thug jury. And we'll probably... Let me see. YSL trial jury, actually. Okay. Artificial show. Let me see. It'll tell you how many men and women. Okay, here we go. The panel of 12 jurors includes 7 black women, 2 black men, and 2 white women, and 1 white man. So essentially, we have 9 black, 3 white. We literally have 9 women, 3 men. Now, for people who are seeing this and say, oh shit, niggas, like, as long as we see black people, you finna get off. Let me warn you about this. Not because people like Young Thug's music, not because people like Young Thug maybe as a person or maybe as what's seen on TV, mean that these aren't Atlanta residents. And if you listen to the DA who's black, Fonnie Willis is black, you know what she's been saying? It's other black people that don't do crime in those neighborhoods, who do live on Cleveland Ave, that don't like this shit. They don't like the constant shootouts. Imagine if you lived in a place and you had some hoodlums up the block and they're doing all type of fuckery and niggatry every goddamn day, acting like buffoons, they're acting like coons, they're doing a whole bunch of bullshit. Yes, you might be the same skin color as them, but you are not the same creed as them. Them niggas are uncultured swines. And you, if given the opportunity to sit in a trial where you're hearing about all their crimes, you're not going to be thinking about, oh man, I got to let Thug go free because I want to hear Digits one more time. Or I want to hear him perform Ski. No, you identify these mongrels as the people who are ruining your community. They're turning good old Cleveland Ave into Cleveland Ave. They're talking about how they love shooting up places in retaliation. So when y'all say that because it's a black jury, they're going to let them off, I think it's worse. Because all the bullshit capping that the lawyers are saying, oh, Thug stands for truly humbled under God. You think these motherfuckers is sitting there like, really, nigga? Thug stands for truly humbled under God? Nigga, we know how that nigga get down. So I don't think it's going to help Young Thug at all. Again, maybe there's a plant, or maybe there's somebody who's just so passionate about Thug on there, they could try to fuck up the process of getting a verdict, like how the YNW Melly shit was. But here's the thing. The people who were the victim of YSL were not Caucasians. Were black people who wasn't on that thug life, that gangster shit, that slime shit, that whatever shit. They're the people who probably want to see Thug and them go to jail the most. If I live on Cleveland Ave and you keep rapping about how niggas are getting shot on Cleveland Ave, and now I can't even hang out on Cleveland Ave because it's a risk now getting shot. Yeah, nigga, I want you to go to jail. Get out of here, nigga. Get off Cleveland. Let's turn Cleveland into Cleveland. So for people who are saying, oh, it's black people on the jury, I think this does not matter at all. And I think, if anything, it means that they're in trouble. These are the same people who have been terrorized by YSL. Anyway. Damn, they haven't came back yet. They're still trying to, like, rule over this fucking thing. Let's see.
That govern the way that members are to conduct themselves and things they're responsible for doing and not doing within the context of the gang. you'll notice a couple things we talked about are actually here in the rules. Number 20 is that they're expected to always capitalize the letter B, slash the letter C. They also will sometimes use a money sign and replace the letter S. And other things like 18 where it says that they're not allowed to snitch, and obviously many other rules they follow.
And when you said 18, number 18, they're not allowed to snitch. It says no 999. What's the significance of that?
In their gang lingo, 999 means snitching, so they say no 999 or no snitching.
You talked about the founder of Sex Money Murder. Looking at the next slide, who is that we're looking at?
And this is Mr. Rollick.
And is Mr. Rollick still alive and well today?
He's still alive, yes, ma'am.
And is Mr. Rollick known for doing anything? In particular, is he notorious for doing anything?
He,
Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna stand objection.
By the way, Talon, thank you for the $5. He says, yo, Ak, if I was a Young Thug's attorney, every time YSL was mentioned, I'd refer to them either as a music label or a record company. I mean, that's one way, but you still have to address they're accused of being a gang. They're absolutely accused of being a gang. So you could call them one thing and just ignore what the prosecutor's alleging, but the prosecutors, they're bringing proof, and in their opening statements, they're saying, we're going to show you why they're a gang. So you could say they're a record label. Here's the thing. Both things could be true. They could be a record label and a gang.
Your Honor, are we allowed to refer to where Mr. Rollick currently is?
Yes.
Okay.
You can ask him about it.
Where?
Hold on, is there something you said something, Mr. Yeah, I'll sustain the objection.
Does Mr. Rollick currently still have any significance within the gang itself?
Mr. Rollick is still considered to be the founder and leader of the gang, although he's not, I don't believe he's currently in operational control of the gang.
And as we go to the next slide, would you tell the jury what it is that is significant about that?
So this is an example of those gang colors that we talked about before, and the use of a red bandana, oftentimes seen in the back right pocket.
As we look at the next slide, what are we looking at?
So this is a gang hand sign that they use, and this is their two guns hand sign. We mentioned it and saw some examples earlier, but as you can see, they'll make their fingers into the shape of a gun, and will often hold it sort of the traditional way, is in front of the chest like this. They may now hold them separate, or even just do one of those, but the two guns is their kind of primary hand sign.
Looking at the next slide, what are we looking at?
A large tattoo. As you can see, it says Sex, Money, Murder, with some bandana print sort of elements to it as well. And there's also at the top, there's a 5-point star with a capital B in the middle with SMM below it.
And moving forward to that.
Here's a large SMM tattoo.
And what's that underneath it?
It looks like a person holding a smoking gun.
And going forward to gang tagging that has been observed.
Yeah, so this is a picture actually from Mount Zion Road at I-75 several years ago, Sex, Money, Murder tag. You see some stylization in the tag itself. It clearly says Sex, Money, and the SMM for Sex, Money, Murder.
All right, chat. I'm hearing there's a new Gene Deal interview where he's kind of going, Gene Deal is on, that boy's on timing right now. This is the one right here. They're saying that, we're back to the Diddy files. They say he admits that he knows that Diddy likes BBC.
I want to dig deeper into this lawsuit by Cassie, because when we did the first interview, we couldn't get into everything because the lawsuit is so long. So looking at this lawsuit, she alleges that, Diddy, he'll make her look online for BBCs for their freak-off sessions. And she say that, in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he enjoyed watching her get smashed by BBCs. So, what you think about that?
Do you think she was the only one getting banged by him?
What?
Do you think this man had this woman search for prostitutes online just for them to have sex with her? It's something fishy about that, bruh. Because you got to realize this lawsuit and the information they had and they gave the Diddy people was 6 months ago. So some of that stuff was cut out. Okay, we're gonna give you this, but you got to cut this part out. Let's just say allegedly, or just for the sake of it, Cassie wasn't the only one who wanted, or she didn't want it, but Cassie, who searched for the big black,
What you trying to say?
and she was searching for the big black, not only for herself,
for who,
but for somebody else
who
we all know that was in the room with her.
Who that?
So,
Yo, chat, who you talking about?
if he want to see it and he want her to touch it, he might, that other person in the room with her just might want to feel it. Allegedly.
Nah, hold on.
So you feel like Diddy was having sex with the male prostitutes? They had to be for both of them. They was in the room. Right? You're right. It's a freak off section. Right? She said it's a freak off session.
Yo, chat. What do you think you would have to do to win the freak off? Yo, chat. By the way, Shadow, I see you on the Academy page, nigga. Told me I was eating the chicken from Chick-fil-A looking like a Mongolian gerbil. Nigga, what does that even mean, nigga? Nigga, what that mean?
If she says a freak off section, brother, she ain't the only one freaking off. The prostitute ain't the only one freaking off.
Yo, this is crazy.
Old boy is freaking off also. Right. So you think he was letting these guys use their BBCs on him?
What?
I think that, and me just being a trained investigator and reading through the lines of certain things, and one time I had read something that Cassie couldn't take it no more. She told her friend, and this was she was under a non-disclosure and everything like that. She told her friend she couldn't take it no more because she had seen this dude do something. I've heard plenty of stories.
Let me ask you a question. If we're imagining the worst, and I think we all are imagining the worst when it comes to these freak off sessions. We don't hear nothing about condoms, contraceptives. We don't hear none that deals with protection. So we're hearing kind of risque behavior with drugs involved, multiple partners, different partners, people being hired offline or out of catalogs or magazines. Was there any like STDs passed around? There's a nigga walking around with some incurable shit. Like, what's going on? Like, these are the things that I'm wondering. Like, it feels like there's a lot more to talk about, right?
Stories about.
Wait, is there a no condom rule in the freak off? Oh nah. It's a no condom rule in the freak off? Oh my God.
Him being on a yacht. That same yacht that Kim was on, and the same yacht she got her nose broken on, that somebody was doing something to him when they walked in the room, and it caused a confrontation. This is what somebody who was on the yacht said to me. You understand? They was telling that story to somebody. And it was a female. But my whole thing about it was this, is that anything in that lawsuit, you got to realize that we only got a portion of it because it's been chopped up. Things has been taken out. So somebody wouldn't look a certain way. Now, they left some of the things in there.
But I'm sure plenty of times Cassie may have seen some stuff that she ain't really want to look at. But it was freak off day.
Right. And when I look at this lawsuit, man, Cassie, she also alleges that, while she was having sex with these male prostitutes, the male prostitutes, and Diddy, they all wore masquerade masks.
He didn't want her to know who they were. So if she ever wanted to do what she just did, how does she say how the person look? All she could describe is if they was wearing masks, unless she saw them before they put the mask on. It's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into sexual acts with him. There was a story that he was trying to get Chris Brown. There's stories about, those young boys that he had, a group B5 or something like that, trying to get them. Yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people.
Name them.
Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out.
Interesting. Did I not play this before?
Hey, man, I had to bring you back on the platform, man. 2 more
that they did way back when. Now,
I played this, right?
Cassie has already proved that Puff is capable.
All right, I did play him. Jesus. All right, then, man. Let me see. What else did I cover? I think it's like some juvenile shit I haven't covered. Like, for example, like that Blueface shit. I'm not sure if it matters. Blueface this week was on a mission to prove that he wasn't broke. And I think he did it in the dumbest way possible. I gotta imagine that this was all like a ploy, an internet trick. Some people have explained it to me, like, nah, Blueface was capping. So Blueface was in the air, flying on a private jet, right? This was the jet. The jet was here. And while flying on a private jet, he said he was flying from like LA to like wherever he was going. He felt hungry. And he said he demanded the pilot to land. The pilot told him for them to land the plane immediately over the place we're at. So it cost $10,000. And he said he didn't give a fuck. So this is how it went.
Hey, tell the pilot to stop and give me a burger real quick, bro.
Man, we passing through Atlanta, man. We're on our way to LA right now, bro.
Bro, I ain't gonna make it. Tell Cud, come on.
Said it's gonna be 10,000, man.
Come on, Peanut. Tell Peanut.
Said it's gonna be 10,000 to turn the plane around.
Turn around? What we gonna turn around for? Just tell them to land this motherfucker right here in Atlanta, bro. I'm gonna get a burger real quick, bro.
Yo, land the plane, bro. They probably really landed.
Look, yeah.
Now, my understanding, I don't think you could change destinations that quickly and that easily. Before you usually take off, you usually send over something to the FAA, which is to manifest the amount of people that's going to be on the plane, where you're going, where you're taking off from, And yeah, and based on those information is going to give you the proper air control towers and the proper regions that you have to communicate with to make sure you're aligned perfectly in the air and everybody knows where you're at, where you're going, and make sure there's no either collision or anything of the sort. So for him just be like, yo, land the plane right here like it's an Uber. Like the Uber could just pull over on the side of the road, or the plane could just be like, all right, we're going down. I don't know if that's necessarily how it works, but maybe somehow he had some pull like that, right? Who knows? Now, some people did tell me like, yo, bro, pretty much what happened is he recorded this video, which, by the way, this is the video where he says the plane landed, but they're saying he recorded this video before he recorded the video you just seen.
Burger.
Well, here we go.
Hey, on Schoolyard Crib, I'm really him. Dead homies, 10,000 just for a burger. It's a combo though, you know. Ooh. Appreciate that, bro. I got my burger, man. I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready. This McDonald's right here cost me 10,000.
So he tweeted out, yo, I just told a jet to land in ATL so I could get a burger. I'm really having my way, okay? No, he's good with these little clever bars, because that ain't that like have your way like Burger King or something like that. Anyway, of course he's on Twitter talking about, here he goes. He says, they said I would go broke in 5 years ago. And I have to be honest, man, I think this was either incredibly stupid, but I don't think he's that stupid. I think he's in that reality show world now, and he knows how to do a sleight of hand, a camera trick, as some people may call it. He knows how to get people riled up about things that are not really exactly true. If you ask me, he ain't tell that pilot to fucking land for no $10,000. He brought that. Most of you, I'm guessing, never flew on private jets. If you're paying like $40,000 to go on a private jet and you're going from A to B, usually the host is gonna ask you what you want to eat. Like, they do serve food. And you could tell them, like, hey, I want KFC. I want a bunch of crispy chicken sandwiches, whatever the case is. They're going to have it, and the air hostess is going to serve you KFC. So whatever you tell them you want, you're not eating, like, airplane food. You could tell them, like, yo, I want Raising Cane's. And they'll have somebody go get Raising Cane's. That's part of flying private. That's how it goes. So for him to be in the air, paying tens of thousands of dollars, and nobody has food for him, tells me he's probably just joking around. He's trolling. Because when you do fly private, just to let you know, they ask you before what you want to eat, and they go get it. And when you show up, if you tell me you want liquor, you want this, you want that, usually when you show up, they'll have it there. They're going to charge you for it, but they'll have it there. So it goes. So I got to believe he's capping a bit. But can't knock him for capping, because the majority of the rap industry is all about capping, right? All right, let me see what else. Bet. It says, what the fuck? They said Lil Duval says the biggest grooming is marriage. All right, now let's actually get to the Boosie Rod Wave. So Boosie talked about Rod Wave early today. And Boosie was upset.
I mean, when everybody get their, paperwork or whatever, I think we gonna come to a decision, bro. I mean, it's a clear cut,
By the way, Gene C, thank you for the 5. He says, I heard Nicki Minaj is cooking up some heat in the studio. Have you heard anything behind the scenes? I have not. She's gassing it. People around her seems to be excited. I want to hear how Nicki's project sounds now, but she's promising that it's best of her career. We'll see.
You got the big dogs who calling now, like, who know they fucked up. They ain't get my permission. Not just that. They didn't give me my writer credits. I still own the publishing for my publishing. They didn't give me none of that. So now they saying, we gonna give you your publishing. It's too late, bro. Like, song already out. It's too late. Nah, it's just one song. I mean, it's probably 4 or 5 songs that I could fuck with, but it's just one song, bro. Just because a nigga take a line or two, I ain't really tripping on that, bro. But when you take the whole everything, bro, I gotta get compensated, bro. And the song name also. When you take the song and the song name, that's trademark infringement. I ain't tripping about no going. I mean, I guess because he, a fan or whatever, but that don't really have nothing to do with it. He got about 5, 6 songs where he took lines from me and bars from me, but the Long Journey song, the Kodak song, the Who Do You Love song, like, those are straight the same song.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Boosie, but like the mere fact Boosie keeps coming on Instagram Live to complain about this, I feel like he don't got a case. First and foremost, nobody's trying to get sued over this shit, because you know what? When you get sued over a song you didn't properly clear, an injunction could be put in place to make sure that song isn't available for sale. Nobody wants to risk that, especially if they're pumping money into promotional costs. So usually they stay away from that. But the mere fact that Boosie keeps talking about people pulling up on him, this and third, it feels like some ghetto shit, man. It almost feels like, man, yo, Boosie ain't owed a motherfucking dollar. He's just trying to, like, big bro niggas or little nigga people into paying him.
Everything. I gotta get compensated for that. Record labels and artists, they get paid for that year round. They get paid for that year round. You ain't gonna make no song
anyway.
My phone.
Well,
Can't do that, bro. Like,
yeah, I'm starting to lose faith in Boosie's business acumen. I think Boosie's just used to doing too many on the street deals. As I said, if you ever see Boosie walking through your town, pull up on him and say, "Yo, Boosie, I got $20,000. Could you do like a verse for me behind this building?" He'll do it. So he's not a guy who's doing these intricate contracts, and a record label or record deal could be a really long contract, but it's gonna have terms you might not understand. It's clear that Boosie does not have the proper ownership of the song because they didn't need him to clear it. And if he's hooping and hollering about people not hollering at him, if he had the rights of the song, he could shut it down. Shut it down. Like you could take that song off the, this is how you force people to acquiesce and move along to your beat. Shut it down, force them to deal with you how you want to be dealt with. And until they do that, they won't get no type of proceeds from the song. You feel me? Somebody says, you want me on the Breakfast Club after Envy go to jail? Envy ain't go to jail, man. All right. Let me see. The last thing I'm gonna cover because I do gotta go film something else too today. I'm sorry. Yo, my boy Josh Giddey, man. Josh Giddey is clearly, just doing some shit wrong. He's 21 years old. He's fucking with a minor. Apparently, the woman might be between the age of 15 to 16. Now, in Oklahoma City, 16 is the age of consent, but she posted up videos and pictures of him, maybe when she was younger, and she was like, yo, just fuck Josh Giddey. Now, he's a starting guard of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He has a lucrative deal endorsement that's worth $40 million. His contract is worth like $40-50 million. So basically, he's a $100 million man, but his career is getting a hiccup because he was fucking with some underage girl. Now, the NBA is reaching out, and they've linked up with, let me see, the NBPD, NBPD is the Newport Beach Police Department in California, and they're trying to figure out if this guy did anything wrong. And they're saying that they released a statement on Josh Giddey investigation saying that they're actively seeking more information, pursuing all leads and evidence to get to the facts of the case. They said the investigation remains active and is working to conduct a fair and thorough process. An inquiry into whether the Oklahoma City Thunder guard Josh Giddey had an inappropriate relationship with a minor has hit a roadblock. And surprise, surprise, guess who's not cooperating? The family of the teen. Now, it's kind of interesting because when we think about, the R. Kelly situation, like, damn, why would you serve up or why would you not be outraged if your teenage daughter was fucking with a grown man who was a pervert? And some people I would hear say, yo, well, some of these parents sent their child to go link up with said person because said person's successful. And when I see this, I'm like, why would the people be very against cooperating be the ones who essentially the ones who are against cooperation should be the ones that's most outraged, right? Now, the funny thing about Josh Gideon, some people think it's because of race. I've seen people get mad at Malika Andrews in her reporting of it. If you don't know, she's like a reporter at the NBA. But if it's anything to do with a black man, she's like ready. If it's something to do with a black man, she's like going crazy. But if it's, let me see. But if it's to do with a white person, it's almost like they have excuses in a sense. Look, so they're saying if you want to see the difference in demeanor, look at her report.
We'd be remiss not.
Here we go.
We'd be remiss not to also mention that Missoula was arrested twice at West Virginia, once in 2008 for underage drinking and aggravated assault. He pled guilty, paid a fine, and then again in 2009 for domestic battery after an incident at Morgantown Bar. The domestic battery case never went to trial. It was settled in August of 2009. He paid a $100 fine and court costs, plus had to do 40 hours of community service. Now, that was 13 years ago. He settled and paid both fines. So, Woj, why are the Celtics choosing him as their next head coach?
Well, let's start with this. This is somebody whose character they really believe in, whose leadership they really believe in, and tactically.
Okay, so basically she was throwing that nigga Imo Udoka under the bus. This was like on draft night for another player.
His name did
Brandon Miller, actually.
surface in court testimony involving a case where his former teammate and another man, they've been indicted for capital murder in the fatal shooting of 23-year-old Jamia Harris in January. The University of Alabama has described Miller as a cooperating witness. How is this factoring, if at all? His name.
So basically, during his draft night, she's mentioning the fact that, yo, this nigga, he's into some shit. Now, when it came time to talk about Josh Giddey and him fucking an underage, a minor, you could tell by her face she don't look too willing, and then you could tell by her tone she don't look too hyped.
Had an improper relationship with an underage girl. In a since-deleted post, an anonymous social media user claimed a girl who was seen with Giddey in videos and images, some of which include explicit captions, was a junior in high school at the time. Giddey, who is 21, he declined to comment on Friday, and despite the serious allegations, Giddey is yet to miss a game this season, and Thunder coach Mark Daigneault, he said he will continue to be in the lineup, saying, quote, just with the information we have at this point, that is the decision we've made. It's obviously a league matter at this point, and the ball is in their court on that. Now, a league spokesperson told me this morning.
All right, basically everybody's saying that, man, this chick is a bed wench. You know what I mean? Like one of them chicks who, when it comes time to report bad about black people, she love it. When it's time to report about a white man doing some shit that could be considered bad, she's like, dragging her foot on it. Regardless of the matter, Josh Giddey has now put his whole career and his whole future in limbo because not only he allowed the girl he was fucking with to be like videoing them shirtless or topless, and she's like, yo, I just fucked this guy. He's fucking with obviously a minor. That's the biggest and the most egregious offense. It's going to come down to a few things. So again, if she's 16, technically he would have not done anything wrong, even though I do think the NBA is trying to figure out if he was dating her before she was 16, right? Because, some of these images could be old, to see if maybe there was some impropriety before this year or any year before. Clearly the mother and the father of the young child or the minor is not cooperating, which kind of leads me, and that's why I was bringing up the R. Kelly references. Sometimes people used to ask, why did the parents send their kid to go fuck with R. Kelly? Like, some of these parents be looking at these motherfuckers like meal tickets too, right? Like, yeah, the parents of Josh Giddey's girlfriend ain't gonna cooperate because she's like, they're probably thinking, yo, he might marry our daughter, and he marry our daughter, his shit might be lit. So we not about to cooperate with this type of shit, instead of thinking initially, damn, was this NBA player or was this grown-ass man inappropriate with our daughter? They don't give a fuck about that. They're thinking about the Skrilla, and that's why they're saying the police and the NBA is coming out to say the people who are not cooperating with the investigation are the parents of the minor involved. What I think is going to happen with this, maybe a slap on the wrist, 5-game suspension at max. He'll probably still be called or considered like, a predator or whatever they want to call him. But I don't think he's going to get any suspension bigger than that. I think it will be swept under the rug. Okay, somebody said apparently she lied. And if she lied, shit, we don't know if she lied. Maybe she's going to admit now that she lied in post to save his ass. But who knows, okay? All right, people. I got to get out of here. I got to go film something else. I know I told you guys I'm filming something for a new podcast under the network of the Academy. But that should be debuting in a day or two. Until then, please, if you guys could go to theacademy.shop, go cop something on the merch site. I know yesterday I promised I was going to come back. I'm not going to promise tonight, but I might be able to come back, but it's going to be dumb late. Regardless, we are covering, and since the Diddy thing is, I think it's kind of phasing out unless Roger Bond speak. We're going to be covering more in depth and more detailed the whole situation with YSL, and we're going to be covering that until we get a good grasp of how it's going to shape up for the foreseeable future, and if we're going to get a verdict before the end of the year. That's highly unlikely, but we'll be doing that. All right, people, let me go do my thing, and I apologize. I like giving you guys 6 hours. It's only been 4 hours and 30 minutes, but I will be back. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.